Look what I got. Look what I got. So here's what I'm gonna do. Put my save there. I think I'm ready to start like right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. I think I'm ready to start now. First of all, how's the sound? Can you hear it in both ears? That was a problem last time. And does it match the game? I want the voice to be louder than the game. Yes, I'm turning complete sellout. Is what I'm doing. Sound is good. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. And nitpick for all fuck's sakes, nitpick. I want it like amazing. Okay, well. Okay, well. Okay. I can't be too persnickety. I'll just fix it after the thing. Okay. Shall I start my tutorial now? It'll be more grainy than late 90s MPEG porn. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. If it's watchable, it's watchable. I never even bothered with the video. I just turned on the damn... It looks better than the capture, doesn't it? My NES capture, I'm using a Dazzle for my actual NES console. This is just a FCE UX emulator. Yo, Luigi Lightning, what's up, man? Well, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be doing speedruns. I'm just going to be showing how. Okay. I think we're set up. Let's start over. Here we go. Trade West presents Battletoads. Should I... What is the button for hard reset? Does it even exist? Fuck it. Okay, we're starting our game now. Welcome to Battletoads, everybody. Okay, well, state 1 right there. So if you're starting the game, well, I'll start from the beginning here. There's 2 types of timing methods. First of all, this is important to know at the very, very start. If you're going to use RTA, you're going to start your timer right there, right as you hit start, which means it's important just in case the community decides to change their timing method. If you're already using SDA timing and don't care about this part, it's important to zoom through this dialogue anyway. Just press all the buttons. Up, down, left, right works. BA works. Penis, dick, balls. What's up, dude, SF? Alright, we're here now. So, I'm going to want to slow this down a bit for a tutorial. Okay, so we're here now. You want to start the game. First of all... jeez. First of all, if you're serious about speedrunning this game, I commend you. Ooh, okay, I'm getting used to the input lag again. Been playing on console for too long. Just like that. That's level 1. It's 3 seconds long. So, one more thing I did. You can hit this pig from, well, I mean, as far as the Z pixel goes, this is the Z pixel. This is the Z plane you're using. Whereas this is Y, and this is X. But you can hit this pig from a lot of different spots on your Z plane, right about from here all the way up to here, roughly that little area right there. You want to hit this pig at the topmost possible pixel, like that, and don't miss the pig like I did twice. That was very embarrassing. Anyways, the reason to hit him at the topmost pixel here is so you can reach this warp the fastest possible. Saves about 0.1 second over the lower pixel. When you have a rash, breakdancing makes it hurt less. Damn right. CB2 Rando Seed. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is take 2. I'm trying to fix the tutorial. So one more time. That's it. That's stage 1. Let's move on. Okay, I'm going to show you the easiest way first. Just headbutt and boot. Right, so the challenge here, you headbutt. Now sometimes you'll have to turn back to headbutt. A lot of people do that. It's the same, well, normally if you're just hitting B, you have to keep on pressing it. You do a little kick and then a big boot. To fire up the big boot immediately, it's the same as a headbutt. Double tap and B. You'll immediately do the big boot. It'll one-shot anything. So, music sounds weird in different keys. Oh, yeah. Well, I like the variants, personally. I get tired of the same old thing. I like playing this game in PAL sometimes, just for that. That's funny. So welcome to stage 3. This is the advanced way to do it. It's a little bit faster. Now, what I did there was a dash jump followed by a headbutt. That is the game's first use of a dash jump in a speed route, at least in my speed route. So, to perform a dash jump, normally you double tap to sprint. That's a sprint. I assume if you're wanting to do a speed run, you know this already. So I'm going to skip over the basic stuff. Now, in order to do a dash jump, you have to press jump on the exact same frame as that second input, that second tap of the double tap. So it looks like that. You can see at the bottom left my inputs. And if you can do a headbutt in midair, that's how you know you've got it. That's how you know you've done it right. I just did 5 in a row. It's slow speed, so it's a little easier than full speed. Now I'm doing more than just, I just missed. I'm doing more than just going to the rat. I'm also going down a pixel, roughly. About that far. You start out up here, I go over here. And there's a reason for that. I'll just show you that reason right now. I'm going to not go down. Let's make this state 2. Kill this rat. Now you want to do a dash jump from right here. Here's what happens if I just fucked up. I went down accidentally. Most of the time, you boot this rat and you go immediately and you don't make it. That's what going down a couple pixels is for. You can go about that far, but well, you don't need to go that far. Now the whole point of that, so you can make the dash jump here, and you'll always make that platform jump. You'll never fall in the pit. That's why I do that. Let's do that again. Again, that dash jump headbutt to that rat is optional. You don't have to do it. Oops, I fucked up the dash jump. Now, dash jumping, it doesn't look faster, but the whole point is you want to hit the rats with your headbutt as late as possible in your headbutt animation. That's how you wind up the boot quicker. You recover faster when you hit the rat with the later part of your headbutt. So that's the reason I do the air headbutts. For the second rat, you don't have to do an air headbutt because the rat is already in the air. So you can enable yourself to hit that rat at the later half of your animation right out of the gate. It's only when they're starting on the ground. That's when you have to. That's how air dash headbutts save time. What should I call that? Ugh. An air butt, I guess. So these two rats are on the ground. That's why I am doing air headbutts for these two rats. I just skipped over the freaking Space Invaders. I gotta explain everything, man. So here we go. So now, let's see, what's a good save state? I have a good idea for a good save state. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. Okay, we're doing that. Pause it. We're here. Okay, unpause. So, my timing for when I turned left for that first Space Invader is right there. Right as the platform hits the side of the screen. That's the best time to start turning left. So now that I'm going, I'm at dash speed, even though, well, it's 50%, so it doesn't look like dash speed. Even that wasn't optimal. Optimal is turn left, hit that guy as fast as you can. You also got to hit that guy with the second punch. Otherwise, you lose some time. 1, 2, dash jump here, and punch. In order to dash jump and punch, see, normally dash jump and B leads to a headbutt, but I let go of the D-pad. Let go of the D-pad, you do a punch. That was the idea there. Here's a slower way to do it, if you want to not have to deal with the difficult way. And keep in mind, I assume, well, going into this game, you're not going to be good at dash jumps at first. It takes practice. So feel free to do a regular jump there if you want to. That's fine. Dash jump just makes it a tiny bit faster. And I'm not going to make you obsess over the tiny stuff. Here's a slower way to do it. Go up. Well, actually, I screwed that up. It's been a while since I did this trick. This is the old way we used to do it. We would punch that Space Invader, not headbutt. Oh, I missed. Where is it? So slow. Let me turn this up a little bit. There we go. This is actually much more comfy for me. I missed. Well, the higher you hit that Space Invader, that third Space Invader, the better. And it's possible to hit that Space Invader too late, as you saw me do the first time. That was completely unintentional, although I'm glad I showed it. Now, you can dash jump to pick up that health if you want, but it's optional too. You can just jump if you don't want to do dash jumps. I would recommend going for a dash jump whenever it's safe, though. See, it's not going to kill you to do that dash jump and miss, so go for it. By all means, you know, learn the dash jumps early. Learn all the tricks early. That's the way to get ahead at the start. Say you're racing a buddy of yours to see who can get the lowest time the fastest. That's my recommendation to you if you're in that situation. Learn all the tricks and try them. Especially when they're safe. If they look scary, fuck it. Try them anyway. That's what I did, and look where I am. So I'm going ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Let's show the rest of the game. So those are the two methods for the Space Invaders. I'll show you the other one now. I just missed the first one. That happens. That's all part of the grind. You got to keep doing it the hard way until you do it. I missed again. Try again. Good enough. Okay, missed that dash jump, but that's good enough. That's only, whoops, I hit the floor before I did the headbutt, and so I wound up not hitting that rat on the ground. Try again. It's weird at this speed, so don't expect the best play out of me today. See, this shit happens even on console. There we go. So these how I do with these two rats. Two air headbutts. You can also do them on the ground if you want. You can just hit one and do that, and a boot, and then do it to the other one. That's the slower way to do it if you really want to do it that way. It's a little slower, but I guess you do lose time a little bit. If you go for this air headbutt and you miss, you wind up not dashing that extra distance to hit him. You guys are silly. So anyways, after you kill the two rats, let's get a save state a little closer here. I was too late on that. Never mind, I got him. Let's put a save state here. I'll do it the slow way, just for funsies, like that. Now, here's the thing. After this, well, I'm going to go back here a second. After I kill these Space Invaders, there's another thing that's important that you got to set up for, and that is grabbing the bike. Because we're going to do a special trick there called the Turbo Tunnel Skip, which I'm sure you know about by now. See, right now, I'm looking at my pixel all the way to now, and I'm a little low right here. The lower you are, I'm talking Z pixel here. The lower you are, the harder it is to get the bike down. But if you're too high, like right here, you won't even grab the bike. So that's the slowest possible. So start adjusting for your pixel and get used to where that pixel is. Start adjusting for your pixel now. See, I'm a little low, so I'm going to go like that a little bit. I'm just going to press, I missed the dash jump there, but what I did was I was down here. What I did was to this rat, I pressed up and right a little bit before I went to him. That helps me get to the pixel. That's one place you can adjust. There's another place right here. Now, if you want, you can adjust while you're waiting for this rat to get back up out of the ground. And you wind up not wasting that much time. It's only about a quarter second less than booting him because he only takes 2 hits to kill. Some rats take 4, that one takes 2. For the ones that take 2, you can do that. That's an option. Alright, I think I'm done with this part. Let's move on. Okay, save state. I'm a little low right here, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjust at this rat. Boom. I did a reverse headbutt there. That'll happen sometimes. So I adjusted, and I am a little low. Here's the rat that I think is the ultimate. The pixels adjusted for him. His name was JC on Twitch. Right? So, you can adjust with this rat here. This rat is, I think, the ultimate visual. You get the best possible visual because this rat's shadow. Just watch this rat's shadow adjacent to your shadow. Let's get there again. I'm going to adjust with this rat like I showed you. There we go. Okay. Now, this rat's shadow right here. You see how adjacent he is to mine? I'm a pixel lower than him. Just 1 pixel lower than him. If I went up 1 pixel, let's try that. Up 1 pixel. Well, now he's in a bad spot, but now my shadow is exactly adjacent, exactly to the side of that rat. Up a pixel. You can see that my shadow is exactly on the same Z pixel as his. That is the perfect pixel. That is the pixel that you can grab this bike from the highest possible point. See, if I go here, I'll grab this bike. But if I'm 1 pixel higher, like I just did, you won't grab the bike. That pixel is perfect, and it's exactly adjacent to the rat's shadow. That's the wonderful thing about that visual. So, the best visual is this rat. I use all of them so that I can adjust throughout the whole stage. Personally, I've learned all of them just so that I have a better chance of being on a good pixel. Now, I don't think I've missed anything. So, let's move on. Okay, I'm adjacent to that rat. Now, there's a bunch of ways to do this. Now, you can do a dash jump here. By the way, I recommend dash jumping over all these pits if you can. There was another thing I missed at the rat back there. There was the one that takes 2 hits to kill. I do a dash jump immediately after killing him, but if you don't do a dash jump, run and jump. That's for the rat before this one, not this one. Okay, so now we're here. All this time I honestly had no idea how precise you were being this whole time here. Well, I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can. It took me a while to explain it last time, and boy did my voice get tired. So I'm trying to go quick this time. Alright, so right here, I do a dash jump immediately, but if you don't want to, that's fine. That might actually help your timing to not do a dash jump there. Now the easiest way, I'm going to show you the easiest way to grab this bike and go back down the pit. Land on the back of the bike. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Press 2. Don't do a dash jump. Just do 2 normal jumps. 2 big jumps like this. Land on the back of the bike. And so I let go of the D-pad right about here. And I start my tap. I think I'm going to land on the bike. Just because it was frame advance, I got the timing wrong. But that was the right spot on the back of the bike to land. Now, it doesn't work if you land on the middle of the bike. You'll never get back there in time. It has to be the back of the bike. You want to be as close to this pit back here as possible. This is how you perform the skip. And it's mandatory. Don't expect to get very far down the leaderboard with this game without learning the skip. Okay, so that's the easy way to do it. There's multiple ways to do this, actually. Here's the way I do it. Dash jump from here and grab the bike and go back. It's actually very inconsistent. It's a little faster, though. I feel like there's someone in my house. I hear thumping outside my door and shit. Anyways. Let's see. What are some other ways to do it? I think TMR does this. He does a little jump in here and dash jumps back. That's good, too. That's a fantastic way to do it. It's pretty damn consistent, too, as long as you get that double tap with the A input correct. A raccoon tutorial. Imagine if there's a bear in my house. Or a burglar. A freaking, just a junkie looking for some shit to steal. That'd be something. So let's see, what else? What are other methods? I've seen people, well, recently I saw, who was I watching? Well, I was watching somebody just run and pull the bike back. And this is my old method. This is how I used to do it in the sub 13. But the problem with this method, the reason it's so inconsistent, is because you never know how this bike is going to bounce. Yeah, based on how this bike bounces, it looks like I'm getting bad bounces every time. Based on how this bike bounces, if you get a low bounce, you can get it down. But if you get a high bounce, it's just going to bounce right over the pit. As you can see, I was over the hole those few times. That was good. But I got the wrong kind of bounce, so I was technically in the air, so the game scrolled me off before I could get low enough to clip below the pit. Okay, let's see. Are there any other methods? That's about all of them. That's all the important ones anyway. Pick your favorite. This one, I think, that I just did there, that's the most consistent. That's a number of methods that I've seen people do. Don't pay attention. Pay no attention to the read right thing. That's just me pressing the wrong button. So now we are in, let's slow that down a little bit. Now we are in the glitch section. This game has just put us into the rat section. As you can see, normally there's like there's a long stretch with like walls and stuff. I'm going double speed. Don't do that. But once you reach a certain point in the glitch section, you can make magic happen. And the magic we're trying to get is skip the stage. And there's several ways to do this, but I think the current world record method is probably the most consistent. That was what we were going for. We're trying to find a fast, consistent method for this skip. Now, that method is, I'm going to show you real quick. Right about the point where I jump, I think you can see the cursor here, can you? Yes, you can. Good. All right, get the chat back up because I covered it. Whoop. You're right here. Here's my cursor. I hit the jump button roughly at this black line here. You see this big black line going all the way across the screen here? You see that shit? Once I reach about that point, I jump. Right? And no matter what kind of jump you get, you can get a big jump or a little jump, there is a way to handle it. So it looks like I am getting... Good. I got the skip there. So that's the easiest pattern you can get. There's tough ones. Excuse me. There's tough patterns, but there's easy ones too. Good, I got it. Now to get a feel for it, what kind of pattern you're getting, there's two kinds of pattern. Most of the time, you're going to get the one I just got. Now you might be asking, what the fuck, JC? Patterns? Oh, great. Explain these patterns to me now. Well, just sit and watch the bike. The bike bounces up and down. It bobs up and down just by not pressing anything. As you can see, the bike went straight down. It just skidded off the platform. See what happens again? Again, it just skidded off the platform. It didn't bounce up before going down again. When it bounces up before going down again, that's how you know you've got a different pattern. Most of the patterns are skidding off the edge. It did it again. Now, when the bike skids off the edge, let's hope I get it again this time. Yep. Double tap. To the right. That's the timing. Now, I would recommend watching my inputs on the bottom left. You see what I did there? I'm using the tones of dying as my audio indicator. Okay, when I die, it goes... Do, do, do. Okay, it does 3, do. And okay, now the trick I use is on the first tone, I hold right through that, and on the second tone, I let go. On the third tone, that's when I hold left. Okay, now pay attention close. That's what I'm doing. It's do, 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 and I should get the skip every time. That's how I do it. Yes, 3 dudes. I hope I explained that well enough. That's how you do that. Our method, our current method of the turbo tunnel skip, and that's also the fastest, consistent way you can do it. I was talking through that, so I still got it. Now I want to try and get the shitty pattern. I want to see what happens. Here's what I want to do. I want to see if I can manipulate it to get the bad pattern, because that's the other pattern. It happens a good 25% of the time. So let's see if I can get it. No. No, not quite. I want the bike to bounce up off of this side. Trying to manipulate by doing different inputs. Let's try down right, see if that does it. No, come on. Don't tell me I have to go back. I might have to go back. Where am I? We're here. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. I want to get the short pattern. The short pattern is the bad pattern. I call it the short pattern because I'm bouncing short. It can also be called the late pattern because you fall late. That's not it. I need to not skid. That is, it's all well. The Huxley just says it. Pretty sure it's already seated. Well, that's what we know is well, it's seated from right here. It's seated from the point you start the glitch. But if you try different inputs right before the death, still no. If you try different inputs before the death, you will get a different seed. And I can see that I'm getting different bike bounces. Ah, that looked like about it, but not close. That was a medium-sized bounce, but it results in the exact same pattern, so that's not what I want. It puts me here. That those inputs were a little late that time. That's why I didn't get the skip this time. So I have no choice but to die. Okay. Not quite. That was a late jump. You want to jump at the black bar here. That was a big fat jump. That was not right. Can't seem to get that late pattern. I'm trying to. But I keep getting the easy pattern. I'm trying to get the hard pattern, and it's not giving it to me. Man, it gives me I swear, it gives me the hard pattern all the freaking time, normally. Oof, nope. Try again. That was good. Ah, no, I loaded again. Come on. I want the shitty pattern. Give me the shitty pattern, fucker. Still a shitty pattern. Or, well, still the good pattern. I want the shitty pattern, man. Give me the shitty pattern. Still the shitty pattern. Or, still the good pattern. Man, why can't I get this good? There it is. There's the bad pattern. So you see I got an early flash of light. The bike bounced up before it went down. Sorry that took so long. Bike bounced up. Now you're running my replay. Well, no, it's more like I'm running a VOD of my own stream. All these resets on Turbo Tunnel. It's gonna happen. You're gonna reset here a lot. But if your inputs are right, you should be fairly consistent. And if you get the good pattern, there it is again. Nice. God damn it, Illusion. Cream Pie Story or Riot. I'm starting over my tutorial. I seem to have found a seed that gives me the slow pattern. And this is good. So now I can show how to do it. Right. So that's the skip right there. Once you see that you can... It's shortly after your bike. Well, let's get there with a save. I think this is the right save. Good. Once you realize your bike is slightly below, that's when you hit the down right button for a little while. That's how I do it. I press down and right about there. Let go for a bit, hold left. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. This is why this is the bad pattern, is because it's inconsistent. It's actually pretty tough It's actually pretty tough to get this skip. Because it's very, very precise. A lot more precise than the tough pattern. Oops, wait, we want this one. Nope. When the flashlight happens too early, there it is. Nope, 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 I lied. When the flashlight happens too early, really? I must have gotten a really bad seed. So, my point for hitting down right is right here. As soon as the bike reaches... Yo, what's up, Code Dandy? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I decided to start over. Just because I didn't like the sound in the previous one. I didn't like the pace of it either. It was way too slow for 3 stages. Anyways, right here. That's when I start hitting down and right. As soon as my bike reaches this platform, I know that I'm not going to land on it. I know that I'm not going to land on it because if I do that beginning part the exact same way with the jump right there, I never wind up with my bike traveling too far. Anyways, right about here is where I start hitting down right. And, well, since I use head timing, I do about a half second of holding down and right. It gave it to me. I managed to do it in frame advance somehow, even though I'm using head timing. This might actually be easier, honestly, with 100% speed, so I'm going to try that. Right there. Let go. Left. Okay, try it again. Right there. Let go. Left. Okay, I'm holding it for too long. Right there. Let go. Left. That's how you do it. Right there. Ah. Press it too late that time. Held it too long. Anyways, so you can see I can get it semi-consistently, but usually if I get that pattern, it results in a reset. You'll see a lot of resets right there if I get that pattern. Okay, I believe that's everything that we need to describe stage 3. Let's move on to stage 4. Try this again. I figured out what that sound was outside. It's a cat thumping on my wall. The neighbor cat. JC is a chia pet. Aww. That's the nicest thing anyone could ever say to me because I'm balding. Alright, 4 is going to be fun. I hope 4 is faster than last time. See, even as slowly as I described stage 3 there, it was still faster than last time. Hopefully now you can see why I am resetting and trying it again. Also, the audio sucked, so I'm trying to fix that too. Right. Oh yeah, guess what I also got this time? So I'm not so tired. It's Monster Rehab. That's good shit. I'm also gonna, oops, bashed my microphone there. I'm also gonna have to pretty soon step out of the room for a second and get my chicken off the stove because it's gonna burn if I don't. In a couple minutes. Rip off monster labels. Why should the label be? I put it in mirrored mode. I put my camera in mirrored mode, so it shouldn't be backwards. Is it really backwards? Wait. You're right. You're right. It's backwards. Oh, how come mirrored mode? Well, oh yeah, because it's a mirror. I'm smart. Well, good thing I'm good at this game. So maybe I'm doing the right thing. Okay, we're in stage 4 now. Welcome to stage 4. If you've gotten this far, consider yourself dedicated. Let's put the save here. You want to start this stage. Slow it down a little bit so I get the hang of it. Okay. Start this stage holding right, and then once you hit the ground, double tap. Okay? Okay, once you hit the ground, double tap. I've seen a lot of people, what they do is they start the stage, they just drop, and then they dash. I guess they think that's faster. It's not. I've frame counted it. This is faster. Guaranteed. So don't do that. Don't do the drop thing. Stop it. Hold right, double tap when you hit the ground until you get right there. Once you reach, in fact, even that's too far. Belch. Oh, that monster is so good. Okay, so we're here now. Make that the save. We're hitting the ground here. Okay, now we're dashing. I'm gonna make that my save state. And you go to right here. So let go. Yeah, I'd say let go once you reach. It's kind of weird in frame advance, honestly. Let's see what I normally do. Yeah, okay. What I normally do is right about when I reach this down slope right here. Right about here, I let go of the D-pad. That'll give me some time. Shut up, Oxalicious. I know what I'm doing. Right about here, I let go of the D-pad. That'll give me about enough time to start a dash jump here, because there's going to be a pole that I need to jump over, right? You'll want to dash jump from the right side of the flat part here, not the left side. Can you see why? Because there's a stalactite there. If you try and dash jump from the left side and you miss your dash jump, which is bound to happen, to me too, it happens to everybody. We're not all perfect at dash jumps. If you do it from the left side and you don't make the dash jump, you will bash into that stalactite and get knocked down and lose 4 seconds because of it. Don't let that happen to you. Don't be that guy. Dash jump from the right side of the flat part. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of heartache. So now we've gotten that out of the way. Right there. I didn't make the dash jump there. That's okay. I'll show you what happens when you make it and don't make it. Okay, that's the next part. Hitting that ice block. First, I'm going to show the easy way. If you want to do this, go ahead. It's a little slower. Little jump, and then a big jump to the top. Hard way is that. And there's numerous things that can happen if you do that. It's just a A and B. Now that can happen. You can hit it too late and get knocked down. You can get the instant kick. That's ideal. That's what you want. Or a number of other things can happen. You can press the button too early, get something like that. You'll just have to press A and B again in order to get the jump kick until you get the thing that results in it kicking to the wall. It's an A and B input. It's just like maybe a B, you press B like a frame after you hit A, roughly. Now the visual for where you jump is, use the mouse for this. Can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. The visual is right here. This crack in the ground right here is separating the flat part from the upslope. You want to do your jump right there, and you want an immediate B input at the same time. I'm going to show this again. Right there. That was late. That was late. I fucked up because of input lag. Right there. Now you might hit it too early. That was too early. That was slightly before the crack. I hit it right about there because I wanted to show what happens when you fuck it up. Now, there's another thing I do here, actually, just for safety reasons. You'll notice that I'm doing a kick on the way down as well. That's because sometimes you can miss the ice block and come down with a kick that actually hits it. So what I'm doing is, when I do exactly that is what I'm talking about. So, since I can get that as a backup, what I do, let's get you out of here. What I do is I get over here, and when I do my jump kick, I press it like 3 times. I press B like 3 times when I do that. I'm going like this. Pay attention. Okay. It just means I had to do an extra jump kick there. But boy, I would love it. I would love it if I could just get the kick on the way down. That's pretty fast too. Or get that. That's ideal. I think I've showed everything about this ice block. And all the backups and all that crap. So just in general, every time you go for this ice block, press B like 3 times. Not just A and B once, because you can never trust that. You want to press it like 3 times. It'll be safe because you'll be pressing it 3 times during a kick animation, so it won't result in your toad doing a bunch of stupid shit before it finally gets. See, I can press it 3 times there and still go as fast as possible because I'm doing it all in the middle of that kick animation, which means it's not resulting in anything extra. It's perfectly safe to do that. That's my method there. I'd recommend exactly that. Now, I think we can move on. Well, one more thing. If you miss this dash jump here, you're gonna have to go a little bit further. Just a pixel past the crack here. See if I get it in frame advance. I did. Nice. That was a good kick. Yeah. You want to go just a pixel further if you miss the dash jump. Okay, let's move on. There's going to be a lot of shit in this stage, so... And it's all going to be like... Ugh. It's all going to be super duper jam-packed full of information with every square inch of this stage. This stage is nuts in a speedrun. So get ready for some shit. Alright, so we're here. You want a medium-sized jump over this ice block, just big enough. Let's see if I can get the good kick with a save in the middle. Right there. Okay, here's our save. Right after you kick this ice block, however you manage to kick it, it's going to come back at you. Medium-sized jump. Get the hell over that ice block. If you do a small jump, it's not going to be big enough. If you do a dash jump, it's going straight into the ice block. So it has to be a regular jump over the middle side, and then a dash jump as soon as you hit the slope here. This is the fastest way to do this. I see a lot of people, they'll do a big jump here and then run. That's slower. Don't do that. Little jump, jump. Make it 2 jumps. Make that second one a dash jump. And by all means, learn the muscle memory for it. That'll get you ahead. Don't be scared. Okay? And then just run all the way to the bottom. Now, we've got ledge dashes at the bottom of this slope here. As you can see, I got to this part really fast. You can't normally do that. If you just go to the end and press left, you wind up there. Now, that just means that once you hit here, you're going to have to run over here. Whoops. That just means you're going to have to run over there. Yeah, it'll get you ahead. You have to run over there and then land here and then walk here. Now, a ledge dash does something different. It's called a ledge dash because you dash on a ledge. You dash the opposite direction. You're going right here. And then you're doing a dash right as you reach the left side. I would recommend, well, yeah, I would recommend letting go right about in the middle of the slope. And then start your double tap about then. You'll have about a 3-frame window, I think. Maybe a 2-frame window, I'm not sure. Yeah, and sometimes you'll run up the slope. That's always bad. Just go down again and run. If that happens. But ideally, you want to get that ledge dash. I just got it there. I got it again. This time I didn't even hit the platform. I got such a tight ledge dash that I went straight down here. Additionally, I've seen Tionic just punch. That helps him get, oops, not punch to the right, of course. I've seen him punch to the left as he falls. That's to get him just a little further than just plain falling if he doesn't want to do the ledge dash because it's damn precise. That's an option too. If you don't want to do this ledge dash, don't. It doesn't save that much time. And it's probably not, you know, well, it's about risk versus reward. It's high risk, low reward. So, well, okay, now it's low risk, low reward. So, reach that, do the ledge dash, and so you're down here, and you can do another ledge dash here, and actually this ledge dash is even more important. Because if you don't get it, you have to dodge that snowball, and that's about a ½ second slower. And if you get it, then you don't have to dodge that snowball. And it's a lot faster. You see how much faster that was? That's a shitload faster. So do that, especially on that slope. You also have, well, why did I just... That's the first time I've ever thrown my tongue out there. That was weird. There's another option there. That's what Tionic used to do back in the day. Just throw your... Yo, what's up, Rompaloon? That's another option. Is just jumping normally. Anyway, what Tionic used to do is punch. I'm bad at it. Punch as soon as you reach the edge, and then jump. You can even make that a dash jump if you want to. That's what he used to do. And in fact, that one's safe to do. Yeah, that's a safe dash jump to do, so go for that. Learn the muscle memory for it and try it. If you don't get it, you'll be fine. So by all means, go for it. But if you want to go balls to the wall like myself, ledge dash there and dodge that snowball altogether. The nice thing about this is there's a backup. If you wind up missing that ledge dash, you can just go for that dash jump anyway. How do we do this section for the yellow toad? Nothing like this, okay? Oh my god. When I get to yellow toad tutorials, maybe... I guarantee, even when yellow toad becomes a thing, this tutorial will still be relevant for a lot of people. They're not going to want to do that yellow toad nonsense. Only like the toppest of the top is going to want to bother saving that few of seconds with that little inconsistency. Or that little consistency, I should say. So where was I? Doing ledge dashes. There's another ledge dash that I recently put into the route, and it's right there. It's very hard to do, actually. But with some time, you can, well, with time, you get the grasp of exactly where that ledge is. It's blind at this point. When you're going down, it's completely blind. So the double tap there to the right is going to be kind of awkward. Let's see if I can get it again. You get it as you're falling here. Boom. Got it. That's the fastest way you can do that. 3 ledge dashes. And it's freaking awesome to do. It feels amazing to do. It's not consistent. It's not even close. I'll learn it one day, maybe. But for now, I mean, I guarantee there's going to be people who still want to run the game with the green toad. And if I feel like it, I'll do a goddamn yellow toad tutorial after this. But right now, this is current, so we're going with this. I got the hard part out of the way anyway. Setting up for the tutorial is the hardest part. Getting like trying to figure out this mic nonsense. Anyways, let's move on. We are like still in the beginning of the freaking level. Oh my god, this is already going slow. So after this ledge dash, you punch that snowman. That snowman's very easy to punch. I could show you one more option actually with that snowman. Oh, got the backtrack. Hurry up. And just duck. Just duck through it, that snowball. You'll be fine there too. Now the reason you do a punch on that snowman is to reduce lag. That snowman causes lag as you go down. Show you what happens when I don't. I don't know if you saw the lag frames there, but you get them. And that's why we punch the snowman on the way down. Now, run as fast as you can. Give yourself enough time to go right here. That might have looked like a lot, just by looking at it, but you can learn it. Trust me. Okay, got 2 ledge dashes. Let's put our save right here. Get to the middle. Boom. Now the idea is to get behind the ice block while it's moving. And if you press B while you're close enough... I landed on it. That's something you don't want. That's probably the worst thing that can happen with that strat. And so if you don't want to do this strat, that makes it high risk. Oh, gotta pick my nose. Ah, riches. Oh, it's 8:24. So yeah, that's my strat, and I'll be right back. I gotta get the chicken. I swear I'll be super duper fast. Be right back. Oh, don't fall over. No, 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 no. Don't fall over, you fucker. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, my chicken's burning. My chicken's burning. I'm gonna set that on there. No, that doesn't work. I'm gonna do this. Oh my god. Okay, set that there. Why did I get a tripod? I should have got something much more sturdy. Oh well. Be right back. I have no room to get out the door either. Be right back. Hello. Hello. Okay. 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 So we got that hang up at. Oh god, get it closer. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh god, I hope that's not. Oh god damn it, it's falling over again. Stupid microphone. Stay there. No, pop filter, don't do that. Pop filter is making it so heavy that it's falling over between the legs. Well, I brought some chicken here, but I'm not going to eat it on stream. I am going to drink this on stream, however. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. Okay, let's get our keyboard. Oh, God! I dropped the keyboard. Get back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, keyboard. Yank the wire. I hope my keyboard still works after I yank the wire and shit. Okay. Oh god. I hope that's not too loud. It's a little excuse me. It's a little closer than it was. Oh god. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, that's so awkward. That's so goddamn awkward. Okay, here we go. Do you know how to tie your shoes? Yes! I just don't have enough space in my house to tie my shoes. If I can find a shoe, is there a shoe around here? I'll show you the ties on my shoes. No, I can't find my shoes. I'll find those tomorrow when I get to work. So now, I have shown you one way to do this. Now, it'll happen every now and then. Ooh, excuse me. Well, first of all, let me show you the easiest possible way to kick this ice block into the wall. The fastest, easy way. That was too early. Easy way, I fucked it up. Right about here, headbutt early, so that you stop the ice block. And then another beat press will result in a kick. That's the old method. We used to do that method back when I started streaming this game on Twitch. That was considered world record strats. Just do that, and that'll happen sometimes too. You never know when you're gonna kick and when you're gonna punch and when you're gonna pick up the damn thing. But if you wind up picking the thing up on accident like that, just throw it. Whatever. So that's the easiest way to do it. It's also a little slower. After that, I came up with this. I came up with that method. It's a little faster than the slow method. I got it itching all over. A little faster than the slow method. Do that again. I didn't get the dash jump, so I wound up having to... Well, if I don't get the dash jump doing this, just punch and kick and jump over. That's fine too. Get a tissue, but it's not boogers. It's just itching. It's eczema in my freaking nostrils, and it's annoying as hell. Okay. So anyways, I still use this headbutt strat every now and then. Like, say I fumble right here, I accidentally backtrack right here. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have enough time to get to the middle. So I switch to the next strat. Switch to the plan B strat. Oh, I fumbled here. And then just do your headbutt at the normal time. It's roughly when the ice block hits the wall. As soon as it hits the wall, that's when you start your double tap. Okay. I'll show you the slow one once again. The newbie strat. Just do that and run through. And the fastest strat, discovered by Tionic. Stand in the middle, jump over. I fucked it up. But then you can just kick it again. That's fast enough too. Facials? I don't get facials. I don't get facials. I don't even think there's a place around here that does facials. And if there is, I probably wouldn't be caught dead in it. Right. So in order to do this, you have to land right behind it, and you got to do your kick pretty much as you're hitting the ground here. If you do it any higher than that, it's gonna probably result in a punch. So the B press after you land is right there, right as you hit the ground. Any higher than that, let's see if I can go too high here, and you'll punch. You don't want to punch, you want to kick. So the timing to hit B is right as you hit the ground. And I actually pressed B too early that time, so it resulted in kicking, but not kicking the ice block, just stopping the ice block. That'll happen too. That's okay. Just kick it again if that happens. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Okay, let's move on. So from here, double tap. When you hit the slope, headbutt over it. There's a reason we headbutt over it, and it's because when you land, you slide a little bit, so that momentum is taken care of. And if you run over it, you probably didn't notice it, but you slow down. That's upslope causes you to slow down while you're running. Whereas headbutting over it, you get your entire headbutt momentum, which is faster than the slow momentum. And you can skid, resulting in another double tap as soon as you land. It's a little bit faster. And when you do this headbutt, is it possible to dash... JC, is it possible to dash spam through these barriers? Yes. You have to do it every other frame, though, so it's TAS only. If you want to see that shit done, watch the TAS, because I'm not doing it. Nor can I. I would love to. Believe me, I would love to. It would make life so much better and everything so much faster. Anyways, what I was saying here. The time to do the headbutt, don't do the headbutt too early. Don't do the headbutt at the bottom here, or else you'll get locked. And don't even do it at the middle. You'll get locked. Well, let's see. You'll get locked right there. You see that little bit of locking? Let's see if I can... Yeah, I'm locked there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 7 frames. That happened because I landed on the down slope. Now, in order to skid, you gotta land on the flat part. That's a little faster than landing on the down slope with your headbutt. Okay? So it's right around at the top of the slope. Roughly 2/3 of the way up is fine. That was too early. That was halfway. That was 3/4 way. That's good. Just like that. Okay? Next. But will it count? I thought there were checkpoints in them. Oh, no. No. Let's go back. Let's see. Every other frame. Right? So if I do that, I haven't touched a checkpoint. The layout is spawned, but nothing else is spawned. So I haven't... the game does not... Oh god. Already shit's happening. Bad glitches and graphics and graphic hardware corruption. Let's see here. I could skip another checkpoint. Oh, dun 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 dun. What's up, Skyvilles, and thank you for the raid. I'll assume that's an auto host because it's 4 viewers. Yeah. Can I get up here? Yeah, okay. That's how you skip another checkpoint. Now I'm really fucking up the game. Anyways, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're showing how to actually speedrun. Anyways, yeah, if you mash through the barriers, the checkpoint will not spawn, but the items in the next checkpoint will. And it'll cause the game to get mad at you. Oh, man. Hey, Ender, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. Possible really well. If you slow down the emulator enough, you might be able to mash that fast. Okay, moving on. Here's the save. So we're running this way, and you reach this platform right here, or this slope right here. The platform is up there. The best spot, I think, is right in the middle, right about there. Jump from right about there. You should be able to land on the platform every time. About halfway up. There. And, oh, that was too low. That was too low. I was about a third of the way up the platform, right about there. And it resulted in not landing on the platform. So remember, halfway up the platform, then jump. Okay. Now, I'm doing another thing here. I was explaining, well, maybe I'll explain it a little later and go back to this spot. I'm doing a thing called a ledge cancel that we do here. And a ledge cancel, the difference between a regular jump to a ledge and a ledge cancel is the regular jump to the ledge looks something like you are arcing downward. Where's the mouse? Okay. So you're here, you jump up, and you arc this way to the ledge, you know? So you're waiting for your toad to go down before you can do another jump. Whereas a ledge cancel is where you go kind of through a platform and you have no more down momentum to wait for. You can just jump immediately. It's a lot faster. It's something that'll be useful both here and later. So get good at that. Get used to knowing the collision detection in Battletoads and how it works. And know that you can go through these platforms. And wind up doing a ledge cancel. I don't know if you can hear this, but there's cats screaming outside. They're obviously fighting with each other. Now, sometimes you won't get the ledge cancel. That's fine. I don't always get it either. Sometimes my toad likes to wobble to the left a little bit before it goes right. Other times it goes straight right. I'm going for a ledge cancel either way. Now, as soon as I reach this ledge cancel, I dash. Or dash jump, rather. Why am I dash jumping? Why am I not just dashing? Because I'm going up an upslope. That means dashing is slow. If I'm jumping, then the game ignores that upslope physics to my dash and lets me go at full dash speed up it. Now, here's another problem. This shouldn't be a thing that I have to show you, but this happens in runs all the time. Oftentimes I will hit jump before I land on accident. Probably because I should have ledge canceled but didn't. And I assumed I was going to. When that happens, what happens is I wind up not jumping when I get up here. And I get stuck having to run up the slope. And it's very, very slow and it's really annoying. And it also fucks up these snowballs up here that I have to dodge. The best thing you can do when that happens, just run. Just run, do the slow run, and just wait for a snowball and go up. Okay, gotta do that. Wait for the snowball, run. Go up 2, wait, go up 2. That's fine. You can do that. What I'm optimally going for is a jump and a dash jump. A jump and a regular jump is okay too. That means you can still make it to the slope while the snowball is still on it, and you don't have to wait. There's going to be a... this is a pretty tight explanation of what I'm doing here. But hopefully with enough practice, you can get it. And I'll even show the easy ways too. Like right here. You make it up here. You can wait for the snowball if you want. Jump over it. Do that. Okay. You can also, if you're feeling a little more bold, feel free when you jump over this. Go up here while the snowball is coming down. Right? That'll give you more of a chance to hit the snowball or the snowman before the next snowball, and you'll hit him faster. That's fine too. The ultimate goal that I encourage all of you to practice until you can do is go so fast up these slopes that you kill that snowman before he even throws his second snowball. As you can see, I'm going up. That's the first snowball right there. And that's the second snowball. You want to kill him before that. Okay. Okay. And then it's 4 snowballs from here to break the wall, jump, and jump. What else can I show you on these 4 slopes? Certainly want to ledge dash to all of them, if you can. If not, it's also safe to not ledge dash onto all of them. There's the 2 slower methods that I mentioned before to help you out with handling these snowballs while you go. There's a few safe spots that I'll show you. One of them is right here. And just jump whenever a snowball gets to you. Otherwise it'll hit you. There's another safe spot though. Right here. If you can manage the physics in a way that you can stay on this spot right here, you can survive for a little while. Usually what happens is first the snowball comes... Oh, god damn it, he's throwing the snowballs weird. Right there. See? That'll give you time. It usually goes on the slope in front of you and tracks itself up the slope before it actually gets to you. Like, come on. Okay? And that'll give you time to run up. So that's a way to be a little more ballsy. If you feel like being more ballsy. And if you're really ballsy, jump again. Here's another safe spot. Right here. And if you feel like you've gotten there a little slowly, if you feel like you're not going to hit him before the second snowball comes out, just wait right here and headbutt after he throws his second snowball. Do not, however, headbutt him as he throws the snowball, or else the snowball will get you. All right, there. No, I'm trying to fuck up, game. Let me fuck up. No, that was too early. Come on, stop doing it right, JC. Do it wrong. No, that was a little too late. That was that was a wonderful backup is what I did. I'm trying to fuck it up. I'll tell you what. Let's just pretend I got here really quick. I'm gonna wait for the right timing. There. That is why, if you're not feeling confident with headbutting him immediately from here, just stay right here until he throws a snowball, and then headbutt him afterward. So I think I've explained everything about this area right here. And by the way, make it a headbutt. Do not punch him, because for some reason, he takes 2 hits with a punch, whereas all the other snowmen in the game do not. Okay, that was a bad one, so I waited for the backup there. Okay, now we're here. Let's put our save state there. Okay. So as after well, that's a bad save state. Let me try again. That was a bad jump. 1, 2. Fuck. It's actually really hard to do. This is one of the hardest spots to get consistent here. Yep, I was too late. Should have done the backup. Nope, too late. Should have done the backup. That's good. Okay, so from here, I'm right about here. Sometimes you'll be way up here, depending on where you are. Just learn what is the best spot to throw these snowballs from. You can actually be pretty far down the slope. Right about, yeah. Maybe even a little lower. No. Yeah, right about there. I think that's about your limit. You can throw snowballs from right about here. And the whole idea is to be as close to the left as you can, just so you get there faster. And you can mash here if you like. I don't. Like, you can mash the button trying to get the snowballs the fastest possible. I'd rather time it, personally. Because I think that's the trick to working through a cooldown and trying to get everything on the earliest possible frame, which is important when you're going for world record. But if not, feel free to mash. That's fast too. Okay, after the mash, or after the 4 snowballs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save it here. Okay, so now we're here. It's a baby jump, not a dash jump. Just a baby jump. Land right here, right on the edge of this thing. Land right there. Dash jump. Okay? Always go for that dash jump. It's safe. It looks scary, but always go for it. You're on crash course with the porcupine. Don't worry. Because doing the dash jump there enables you to jump over the porcupine on the left side of the overhang rather than the right side, which is a ½ second faster. Because otherwise, you have to wait for this. However, there is a backup where you can dash jump over him, and it's pretty fast. You know, you miss that dash jump down there, you can do try the next dash jump, and it's safe. If you miss this dash jump, it'll just go right over. That's fine. Now, if you're feeling extra ballsy, 2 dash jumps. 1 and 2. I went for it there, but I didn't get the dash jump, but I still survived. That might be harder than you think. It's very dangerous to go for 2 dash jumps here. Okay. Now, if you're going to learn that, first of all, I also recommend to start with, just do the jump. That's fine. That's nice and fast. Land on this thing, double tap down. Another thing TMR does, let's see, does the dash jump here and headbutts, and then does that. I'm not sure, never frame counted which is faster, just jumping or headbutting. I think jumping, but I could be wrong. But if you're gonna go for this double dash jump here, where is the sweet spot? It's right about, well, it's right after this overhang here. It's right about there. Right where my toad is there. That's where you want to start doing your dash jump. Probably better to show it with a... Well, now I'm going to respawn, so... Oh, did I just save it? I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Right about there. That was pretty good. You want to be slightly after this overhang right here. You want to be slightly after it, so that means you're going to make your jump right about here. You're going to start your double tap right around here, but you're going to make your jump right around here. Now, this is only if you really want to make this the 0.2 seconds faster that it is. Start it right about here. The porcupine will be roughly right here. And the reason you do it right here instead of a little earlier, you can do your dash jump here, but if you miss it, you bash into this part right here, and you land on the porcupine. If you do it from slightly over here, a little bit to the left of this overhang, you can miss your dash jump, but you'll still go over the porcupine, and it won't kill you, as you saw in that first attempt I did of it. Oh, just missed the dash jump there, so I should have done this back up. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm trying to get an attempt where I miss the second dash jump. There. That was pretty good. Nope, that was too early. I went too early. There. So that time I got knocked down there, I was right about there. And that means I fucked up. I should have been over here. Roughly in these few pixels right here. That's where you want to be to make when you make that dash jump. Assuming you want to do that dash jump. Are you crazy? Are you crazy enough to do the dash jump? I know I am. And I believe I'm the only one that crazy. So if you want to do it, well, Stanza's pretty crazy. Okay, next spot. We're moving on. Hoxalicious, you know, it's up to you. It's not that much slower. It's only like 0.2 if you just do that. Maybe 0.3, I'm not sure. That's fine too. You just do a regular jump there. When I was practicing for the marathon, I just went for this jump. Anyways, new thing. That was the wrong button. Okay, let's pretend we're right here. Okay, we're dashing down this way. Whether you get the dash jump or not, you wind up dashing down this way. The spawn point for this ice block is not so much where the toad is, but where the screen has scrolled. So you'll start seeing it once the screen has scrolled a certain distance. So you can be right here. You'll see it up here there. Or you can just keep going down really fast. But you can trust that it has spawned and spawned normally. Stay right here while you wait for that ice block. And you do a headbutt at the bottom. Oops, one more. Right here. Headbutt. You'll want to find a good way over that pole. I do a headbutt because it means I scroll the screen the fastest. And I like that. I do a headbutt over this pole. Just so I can get here the fastest. Just reach the bottom. Let the ice block get to you. Ha, I didn't even do a headbutt that time. Now, there's something we used to do, and there's a reason we don't do it, and that is, go to the bottom, hit the snowman, just get him out of the way. Because if you don't get him out of the way... That was a bad headbutt. But anyways, you see that? Now I'm dealing with his snowballs. That's why you do not go down there so quickly. And even if you hit him... I don't know if you saw that, but my lag frames popped up, and you lose. I lost 0.1 second as a result of that. Right? Let's see it. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 frames. You lose 6 frames. And that's 6 frames of lag, so that means the ice block is not moving for those 6 frames either. So you lose those 6 frames of lag. Whereas if you just wait right here, don't spawn that snowman hasn't spawned yet when you're there. So, right? You're down here, snowman hasn't spawned yet. Now he spawns. And now you can get there. Yo, Synchronizer, what's up, man? There's my crazy face on stream. Oh my god, Synchronizer subscribe with the resub. Thank you for the resub, Synchronizer. I don't know why it's not playing my alerts when it resubs. I want it to play the alerts, but it's not doing that. It's so dumb. Anyways, welcome back aboard the J Cruise. Enjoy your stay on the poop deck with the other J Seaman. That is sounding more and more stupid every time I say it. J Seaman. Okay. Now, what I'm doing with this ice block here, there's multiple ways to get over this pole, actually. It is kind of safe if you get the right pattern. To just jump. You can do that too. So I'm going to save it right here. Now, how you hit this head, or how you make this headbutt on this ice block kind of matters. How early and how late you hit it affects how fast it goes over the pole. See if I can get a nice, well, let's see if I can get a hit it too early. No. No, not a reverse headbutt. It's been so long, I've forgotten how to get a bad one. Oh, there we go. There was a bad one. It went the opposite direction. Ah, there we go. It's actually rare to make it go the opposite direction. I'm trying to get it to go slowly over. Well, that's about normal right there. That's normal too. Well, there's like, there's fast patterns and there's slow patterns. If you hit it really late, it gets to the wall before you can even get there. That was a random boot that sometimes happens. Okay, now you need to time this next headbutt. Not the one over the pole. That's optional. You can make that a jump if you want. You need to time that headbutt. There's a way to fuck it up. If you hit the block too early, since the wall has invincibility frames, it's possible to hit the block too early and it'll go past the wall. I'm trying to make it happen. Right there. It did not hit the wall twice because it just used the wall's invincibility frames to go right through. Did it again. See? So you don't want to hit the ice block too quickly. You want to give it some time. You want to time your headbutt just good enough that the ice block is far enough away from the wall. Give that ice block time to recover. Remember, it has invincibility frames. You want those invincibility frames gone before that ice block does that second hit. Okay. I think that's it. Is there anything I've forgotten? I hope not. By the way, if anybody has any questions, let me know in the chat. Okay, next area, I guess. Ready to go on to the next spot. Ooh, look what happened. I didn't get there in time. So, so the wall wasn't on screen. That's what happens if the ice block is going too fast. You don't get there fast enough, and the wall is not on screen, so it's not registering that the ice block has hit the wall. That can happen too. There's many ways that this ice block could go wrong, and it happens all the time in runs for me. It's a reset when I do it because it loses about 5 seconds. By the way, the fastest, I believe, possible way now, at this point, fastest possible way is wait for those 2 snowballs, and it takes about 5 seconds in real time for that to happen. There's another thing. Here's a backup in case you absolutely know for sure that you're not going to make it to the wall in time. What you just saw there. Just punch and kick. I'm going to pretend I got there slow. Punch, kick. Oh, I got an instant kick. Gotta move back till it's on the flat part. Doesn't work when the ice block is on the upslope, by the way. Only works on the flat part. So, do it. Whoop. Nope, I went too far. Ice block was on the upslope. Okay, let's pretend I didn't get there in time. And since normally the ice block hasn't hit the wall, you do it twice. Okay, I think I've shown everything now. Let's move on to the famous double dash jump. God, I'm dreading this. Oh, thank you, Bald Nate, and welcome. Oh yeah, there's one more thing that can happen. If you're too late, I would recommend either picking up and throwing that ice block out of the way. If you're too late, the block will bounce back at you. That happens too. I wouldn't recommend the kicking strat. I'd recommend just going for the headbutt either way. I'm going to try and see if I can... There. Okay. That's an option. Just hit it once, and then you'll disable its ability to hurt you. But normally it will... Damn it, don't boot. I wanted a headbutt. But normally it will come back at you. And there's fast ways of getting through it. The most risky way is to just run through it. Dang it. Is to just run through it and pray to God that it doesn't hurt you. Nope, it hurt me. It's all based on frame dependence, so you never know what's going to happen. I recommend always just any kind of B input, whether it results in a punch or a kick. I think that'll disable its ability to hurt you. The other option is headbutting it out of the way and then running. And a lot of times it will hit you when this happens. There we go. Just like that. Oh God, ow. I just popped myself in the mouth with my microphone. Good job. I was going for, I was trying to scratch my nose. Okay. Don't worry, I'm a clumsy fool, so that shit like that's gonna happen a lot through this tutorial. Okay. Please stay there. Please stay there. It's things on a goddamn tripod. I've already said that 1,000 times. Okay, let's move on. I've been here long enough. Let's move on. Here we go. I didn't save. Damn it. Save it. There. Okay, we're here. The infamous double dash jump saves about 5 seconds. This is the slow way. You have to land on this, wait for it, duck this snowball, and then jump over here. The super fast way, 2 dash jumps. That's 2 frame perfect inputs. Oh boy. Oh, I'd hardly call it an occupation. I do have affiliate and a sub button. Hazard, yes. So you're 3/4 right. Anyways, 2 frame perfect inputs will save you 5 seconds, and it's very high risk. But since this is the 1:30 mark in the game, you might feel like it's not too bad. It's just a reset away. A reset plus 1:30. But remember, you had all that other shit beforehand. So it's not like it's easy to get here with a good time. So as you're starting and you're getting your time lower and lower, I'd recommend, well, what Stans did, and I think this is a good idea, is when he had a bad run up to this point, he would do the double dash jump. When he had a good run up to this point, he would not. That's a good way to start, I think, since this is such high risk. Oh yeah, that's right. And you also have to make the jump from a certain spot. If you try and make this jump from the top of the slope, sometimes you won't make it. Looks like I have a certain camera scrolling since I was slow coming into this part. But sometimes your camera will scroll. Yeah. Sometimes your camera will scroll so slowly as you're coming in here that the platform will spawn slowly. So in order to make up for all that crap, I would recommend starting your dash jump from somewhere on the lower part. Not too low, but somewhere on the lower part. Somewhere from halfway down the slope to right about here. And you wouldn't believe how far you can go down this slope without dying. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. You can go all the way there before it touches a spike. But I do not recommend dash jumping down there. And here's why. That will happen. Ideally, you want to bash your head. You want to bonk your head on this overhang here to get the perfect kind of jump. Okay? If you don't get a chance to do that, you wind up with a wild jump through the ceiling that you don't know what to do with. And believe it or not, there's a backup for that. Just let go, And you can make it in time, as long as you have the reflexes. You can even... You can even sometimes... trying to get it. You can even... Okay, there it is. Sometimes pull off the double dash jump as a backup. It will still work. The other hazard, actually, not just where you need to dash jump from here, but also how quickly you dash jump again. Okay. Ooh. I'm trying to make it happen. But again, it requires a certain kind of camera scrolling, so I may not have that kind of... Let's go back a little bit. Okay. You scroll the camera a certain way, you'll fuck up that snowball. Sometimes that snowball can be an issue. You'll make the dash jump, but you still won't get across because that snowball is an asshole. I can't seem to get it where at least from this vantage point, I seem to always get over it every time. But sometimes you won't. And the way to avoid that, let yourself slide a little bit on that platform a little bit. Land and slide before doing that dash jump. Just let go of the D-pad and do a double and do another dash jump. Give that camera time to scroll. That'll give the snowball a chance to spawn and be kind of a distance before you go over it. Ideally, you want that snowball to be right about here when you're going up into here. That way you have the most possible distance away from it, and it won't be an issue. If the snowball is about here, when you're right here, you're going to probably land on top of it and die in the spikes. That's what you don't want. And that's why slide a little bit. Let that camera... Yo, Freeland, what's up, man? Good to see you. I am restarting. I am restarting. My namesake is restarting. And, because I didn't like the audio. I also didn't like the pacing. I was going way too slow through this. And I'm going a little faster, but probably not ideal. Anyways, next part, I think we're ready. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. I've explained everything. So, what do I want to do? I want to save right there. So, number of things that can happen here. Oh dear. Well, first of all, I'm dashing at this point, right? So there's a number of ways of going down this part right here. There's a number of ways going down here. There's letting go of the button and jumping. Letting go of D-pad and jumping. Why am I letting go of D-pad? Because the downslopes in this game are assholes. Look at the lower left input thing underneath State 1 loaded. Look at it. You can see that I'm pressing A and sometimes it doesn't jump. That's because when you're dashing down a slope, every other frame, the game thinks you're in midair. So it does not result in a jump half the time. Sometimes it jumps. There was a jump. Anyways, that's why I let go. Because the game will always let you jump if you're not dashing. A short stay? That's fine. It's good to have you here, man. I am not going to force you to be here. Okay, second way to do it is a headbutt. But that's not without its issues either. When you're dashing down and you make a headbutt, so you have to be dashing to make a headbutt, so it's always going to be during a dash. Sometimes you lock in place. You see that? Every other frame will result in you locking in place. And that's better than it not jumping, and therefore resulting in you crashing into those spikes right there. But if you get your headbutt locked, it's going to force you to do a regular jump anyway. And it's perfectly safe. You won't be dashing out of this headbutt, so it's perfectly safe to just hold right the whole way. And just do that, if that ever happens. you lose a little bit of time. But headbutting is faster than jumping. There's a little bit more of a jump arc than there is a headbutt arc. The headbutt goes straight to the side and falls. Come on. Come on. Come on. It goes straight to the side before it falls. Therefore, it's faster than jumping. So this is an option you can do. And it's perfectly safe. Because, once again, if you get that lock, then you can just jump straight out of it. And actually, you can do the headbutt from way up here. It'd be faster to do it. Be faster to do it right around this part right here, actually. It's perfectly safe. Let's see if I can do that. Come on. See? I don't die. But don't forget, after these spikes, you're going to want to veer to the left, because you want to get through here as fast as possible. Yeah, don't worry, because it'll be boring. I'm doing a boring tutorial, so I'm not being all animated like I normally am. I'm trying to take this semi-serious before I get back to real attempts. And, well, unfortunately I can't do real attempts right now because my controller is busted. I've got another one waiting in the mail. And, boy, I would love to fix the controller myself, but one of the screws is so stripped that I can't get it off. So, that controller is on the fritz, and there's nothing I can do. Okay. Now, let's see, next part? Let's do the next part for now. Well, should I do the fast way? Because the fast way kind of requires me to explain the rest of it. Because as you can see, this is kind of like a part 1, part 2 of this fast strat right here that I just did. And it is a dash jump, right? Now, when you're doing dash jumps, Grom, yeah, it's your controller, and it's ruined. I know, it's dead and ruined. Man, I would love to fix it. And boy, if the screw wasn't stripped like that, it would be so fixable. Maybe if I can get a guy to get that damn screw out, I could still, it might still have a chance to live. But hey, it served its purpose multiple times. I got the world record back with that controller. Right? Okay, what the hell am I doing here? First of all, as soon as you reach this downslope, let go a little bit. Let go for at least 10 frames. That's a 1/6 of a second. I would recommend, well, just thinking quarter second. If you have the head timing for that, like 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4. Just wait one of those numbers. Just let go of the D-pad for that long, right? And you do this because you don't want it to eat your jump. It will eat your jump during a dash jump too, just like it did with a regular jump, because the game thinks you're dashing. But if you wait about 10 frames, then the game removes enough of your momentum that it's less likely it'll think you're dashing. That's the best I can do. It'll make it less likely that the game will think you're dashing. And as you can see, what I did there, first of all, I got past this pole just on the fall, and that's why this is so much faster. However, it required a dash in this direction. As you can see, I'm pausing here. Right? Now, the reason I do that is because you can't normally just dash in the other direction just by pressing left after pressing right. What you need is for it to be on the very next frame, right? It needs to be left 1 frame after right. So the best way to do that is you hold right against this wall here. Hold right against this wall here, right? I'm still holding right, and pause here. About exactly in this spot. Right there. Now, as soon as you pause, I'm holding right, I pressed pause. Now, after you press pause, let go of right, or let go of the D-pad and press left. Okay? Switch to the left and unpause. That'll result in you dashing the other direction. It's a frame thing. Ooh, look what happened there. It ate my jump because I didn't wait 10 frames. Okay, that's the advanced way to do this, and it requires a dash jump, so if you don't want to do that, by all means don't. However, if I do fuck it up, I can just go back to regular jump strats. I read somewhere that you can remove stripped screws by putting a piece of rubber between the screw and the driver while you turn. I did do that, and well, it wasn't a piece of rubber. It was actually a piece of metal specifically designed for that screw, but it's too stripped even for that. I get what that does. It creates the friction, but it wasn't good enough. There was also this liquid that I threw on there. It's this, I don't know if I have it around here. It's somewhere around here. It's a screwdriver liquid. You dip the tip of your screwdriver in it, plop it in there, and let it dry. And it's like this gritty stuff that really dries up in the shape of the screw around the screwdriver. And it's supposed to really create a lot of friction, but even that didn't work. Yo, Anya Cat, what's going on? I'm back to this. I'm actually doing the tutorial all over again. Anyways, back to the tutorial. So I was here. Let's start with the easy way when we get down here. Actually, make this state 2 so I can get back here. The easy way has you landing here, and this is the fast way to do it. This headbutt method was discovered by Tionic. Okay, now it's going to require some head timing. This is actually pretty damn tough and very precise, but consistent enough. It's so tough that I fucked it up. Once I had to drill the knob of the screw off, worked okay. You know, maybe if there's a way, I'll even take it to a shop to see if some other guy can figure it out. But meanwhile, I'm playing on a keyboard, and I'm gonna try and get this right. So you're gonna need a little delay before making that headbutt, that first headbutt over the snowball. You're also going to want to do your headbutt from the left side of these poles. That sounds a little daunting because you're dashing on this teeny tiny thing and you're expected to headbutt from a certain spot on the teeny tiny thing. That is as hard as it sounds, possibly even harder. Oh, God, I did it again, man. Owie. I just wanted to scratch my nose and I bopped this thing and it popped me in the nose. That was really funny. Now, an easier way to do this. Go over, go over, go over. That is the easiest way I know of to do this. Now, if you're just starting the game and you don't want too hard of strats, this is probably a good maybe 3/4 of a second slower. And here's something I saw Stan's doing. Oh, I jumped too early. You jump right after the set of 2, jump after the first one, and headbutt over the second one. That's kind of dangerous. It requires some good timing. But I bet you could learn it. Another thing, old strats. That's probably the coolest way to go through there. I love it. I call that the football tackle. But me and TMR, in reference to speedrunning, we call it the underneath. And we call it the underneath because the double dash jump up there is pretty significant. And it's directly underneath the double dash jump. And it's equally crazy, so we do that. Alright, so I'm not going to go to that second part yet. First, I want to... Right. So this strat here, if you're crazy enough to go for it, learn what the best spot is. You have about a 5-frame window, I think, to be able to get over this pole. If you're too late, like there, you won't go over the pole. You'll land there. And if that happens, just do it like normal. Either the headbutt method or just running. But if you want to go for super duper optimal strats, okay, hold right, pause, left. Ah, I was too late. And do it underneath. And you don't even have to headbutt. Remember, headbutting causes lag. So, running right through is faster than doing the headbutt. Okay. And here's an old backup there. If I get the wrong kind of, if I get that missed dash jump that makes me wind up right here, wait for one snowball, dash jump through before he does the second. That's probably the most recent backup in the whole game that I've found. Right? So it's super crazy strats. If you want to go for that, try it. I am actually putting it in the route. There's crazy shit in this game that I don't even put in the route, but that is just crazy enough that I'm willing to put that in the route. I actually prefer it over the headbutt because I got sick of those locked headbutts there. I got sick of them. I got sick of losing time there, so I decided, you know what, fuck it. This is more consistent anyway because I'm so good at dash jumps. Okay. So it's so crazy. Anyways, and the part after this part. So you're doing this, you wind up right here. Maybe I should probably put it, yeah, I'll put a save down there because we're all done with this first part here. Okay, hold up. You're gonna wind up going this way. So the save is now here. Okay. If you want, do a dash jump here. It's not much faster than just doing that. It's probably not even a 0.1 second. So if you don't want to go for that, don't. Feel free to just do a really quick jump and double tap over this pole. And get ready, because you're going to want to do a headbutt over this snowball once you get past this spike. And don't jump too early for this pole, or else that'll happen. You crash into that spike, so you need to really get your butt up next to it before you make that jump. Do a headbutt over this snowball. And the reason you do that is because you wind up in the perfect spot to just do a little jab. And that's the fastest way to kill that snowman and grab his snowballs right after. Now, here's the old strat. Jump over, headbutt. Much slower. But it is an option if you really want to do that. I once had to drill the knob of the screw off. Worked okay. Ooh, that sounds tough. Can you do that with a NES controller? Because there's that alcove. Ooh, Jesus. Because there's that alcove before the screw. It sounds like it would be tough to do. That sounds like a fun way to do it, though. Get a little bitty electric drill and jam it down into that little hole. I made that sound so good. Anyways, where was I? So we're here, and I was showing the kind of slow way to do it. If you don't think you have enough room, because sometimes you go for this, yeah, this is another one of those deals where you have to dash from the left side, maybe the middle, roughly, of this pole in order to make that headbutt work. Otherwise, you bash into the overhang that's right above you there. So you'll want to move a couple pixels before that headbutt is done. And if you don't want to have to deal with that, fine. Go for the jump. And even if you go for the jump, even if you do the jump, you can still... God damn it, that was way too slow. You can still do the punch, and that's a very fast punch. It's basically just, yeah, it's like turning around and punching as fast as you can. It's similar to the snowman before, when you did the ledge dashes, and then you turn around and punched him. on the way down. It's similar to that. It feels just like that, and it's pretty easy to do. Just boom. Now I'm not well. I'll show exactly what I'm doing later. There's one more thing about it. I'll show why it's significant first. So here's what happens if I just hold left. God damn it. If I just use the headbutt momentum, do 4 throws. You see how slow it took me? You see how long it took me to get up that slope there? I was right here, throwing snowballs, and just... Urgh. That's because it's destroying my momentum completely as soon as I hit that up slope. So the secret is to buffer a dash jump, or buffer a dash as you're killing this guy. So it's left-right punch. As soon as you're out of your headbutt animation, left-right punch. And sometimes you miss him. Sometimes you miss him. But when you don't, there it is. So I did a left-right jump, and then single tap as soon as I get my animation back, and that is the fastest way to get up that slope. Left-right punch. And if you miss, it sucks. If you miss, it sucks, but this is the fastest way to do it. Let's see, anything else? I'm pretty sure that's it. Pretty sure that's it. That's it for this section, and boy, was that a mouthful. Yeah, 2 blocks. That's something Tionic really stressed to me, and boy, I saw him going fast up this slope the first time. I saw him just going fast up this slope the first time, and I could not figure out how to go up fast. I kept on having to like quadruple tap and double tap. Like my double tap wasn't good enough. It was still going too slow. I had to let go and do another double tap, and it would go that fast, which is still slower than how he was doing it. And it stumped me forever until he figured out it's just a left-right punch as you're hitting that snowman. And so you're buffering the first tap right there, the first left tap, to do a quick dash there. And you don't even have to do a single tap. You don't even have to do a single tap. Just know that that left input is a secret, and feel free to double tap here. Fuck it. Double tap if you want to. That's fine too. And yeah, that stumped me for so long. That's a new trick. Took me a long time to get the muscle memory down for it, but now I'm very good at it. And well, there is a timing for it too. That left input is after your headbutt animation. If you are still in the middle of your headbutt, if you're still in the middle of your headbutt, you press left there, it's not gonna work. Well, I'm on the flat part, so yeah, didn't work. You gotta wait till your headbutt's done, then left, right. And so learning the timing is actually pretty awkward. But once you get the hang of it, the optimal spot you want to do that punch from is right around at the bottom of the slope. And that means you have to press left and right pretty fast because you're already buffering your dash beforehand with the headbutt. And you land about here, so it gives you this much room. It gives you this much room to go left, which will dash you over here, and then right, and punch. But you want to be on the bottom of the slope, roughly. And also, that adds another challenge, hitting it too early, which puts you over there. And then usually he knocks you down and then does the one-hit punch that kills you. Okay, I think I've explained everything in this section. I keep saying that, but I think I've done it for real now, so save. Have I explained this? I think I explained this method as well. If you do that, everything's just the same. Just jump and dash, do your headbutt, and the punch. See how high up on the platform I am? Or on the slope? That's too high. I want to be down here when I make that punch. So learning the timing for it is pretty tough, and I do fuck it up all the time in runs. So don't feel bad if you don't get consistent at it, because I'm not either. Look at that. I was right about, where was I? Right about there when I made that punch. So that's too high. Again, I was too high. And you know, what's interesting is sometimes you hit the snowman from there. And that's what's frustrating about it. It's frame dependent. Shit. There I go again, bashing my damn microphone stand. I can't do hand gestures like I normally do. And I wanna. I like the headset so much more. Well, it sounds shittier, but it's so much better to stream with. This microphone stand being in the way, I can't move my right arm very much, or else I go poof, and I launch my microphone to the moon. I hate it. It's like I'm decreasing the quality of my stream by increasing the quality of my stream. I hate it. Why can't there just be a headset that's as good as this shit? It doesn't exist. Anyways, so this second half of this part here is about the same, no matter how you do that slope. It's just this first part here that changes if you try to do that dash jump. And of course there's that. Oh, you see that? You see that? I headbutted from the right side of this pole, and it resulted in bashing myself on that overhang. Got to make that headbutt from the left side of that pole, and it's tough. Oop. I got the failed dash jump there, but I was able to get the backup. I shouldn't have jumped that far because I hit the spike, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Nope, didn't get the dash jump there. And I got there slow, so that means I'm forced to have to do it that way. I can't do the headbutt because I didn't have time for it. I got there too slow. That's another option. That's the reason I mentioned jumping over this snowball here, is because because sometimes you get there too slow and you have to do that. Okay, we're ready to move on. Thank God we're ready to move on. Let's go. So you go down here as fast as you can, give yourself enough time to set up for this. I'm facing the wrong way, but I still got it. That's a floor clip. There's a few things about this floor clip. Every time I really consider getting more professional audio, I realize how much I enjoy just having a wireless headset that I can be very comfy with. You know, something about the type of sound that it is, too. You hear this shit? It's too serious. I'm not serious. I'm cartoony. And I like being cartoony. I like to go blah, 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 blah on stream, and it sounds retarded on this thing. And you know the fuzzy webcam? I got a good webcam for this shit too. Even that is like, that quality of that is lower. It changes the dynamic entirely. Okay, enough of the rant. Let's get to the tutorial. I'm sorry. So, there's a number of ways people like to do this part. Well, just two, actually. And I'm pretty much the only one that does it this way. I will slide. Oh, my nose itching again. I learned my lesson. Don't use my right hand because there's space over here to move my left hand. To itch my itchy nose. Why does my nose itch all the time? Slide over to here. Might even be more inconsistent this way. You never know. But most people, they punch. They punch, and that puts them in the right spot for them, but not for me. I'm not good at it. I'm not practiced at it, but if you feel like that's the best way to get to the right spot here. Okay. Now, the right spot. What is that? Well, you want to be... You have very, 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 very few invincibility frames when you get up after being knocked down. Those invincibility frames are what's being used to go through these spikes. And by very few, I mean like 8. I mean like you have very, very few invincibility frames to go through these spikes. So you have to be very, very close and get knocked down very, very close. So close that you're probably gonna bash into them a few times. Like I'm doing now. Oh my god, stop fucking it up. This actually isn't that hard once you're practiced. So, I feel embarrassed. There we go, that's a good spot. That'll put me through. Yo, Death Ruler, what's up, man? And Billy and Egg, you've been blasting lines again. No. No. I know my nose is itchy, but it's not because of that. It's like some kind of like eczema up the nose, or maybe there's like constant boogers drying up all over the place, and it's making it itch. I don't know. Yo, Hannibal Zero, what's up, man? How's it going? I'm making a tutorial. How are you doing? I'm going through it very slowly. I need to hurry up through this stuff. I don't know the exact timing for the punch method, but it doesn't take long to figure out. Just try it in numerous spots, and when you find your favorite, go with that every time. It's just a matter of practicing and finding the spot that's best for you. See, that was too early, so I'm not gonna make this. Barely didn't make it. A couple more frames over, and I would have made it. That was too late, so I crashed into the spikes. That's good. That's a good spot. Okay. That's the goal, is to wind up down here. There's one more thing that can happen, though. I'll show you. Okay. And that is holding right for too long. In order to get through the floor all the way... Damn it. In order to get through the floor all the way... What a save right there. There we go. In order to get through the floor all the way, as soon as you go over the side, you gotta hold left. If you hold right for too long, then it'll throw you into the wall like this, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing new. You're in limbo now. You gotta find a way to die. There's like, you're in the wall. You're in like a secret section or something. Feel free to explore in here if you want, because I know that I haven't found everything myself. But there's like special platforms in here and shit, and there's things you can do. Like I'm on a platform right now. I know I am. I think I can find a spike somewhere. Ah, I found one. I don't even know where I am. But yeah, that's like a glitch heaven where you're like invisible the whole way and you have no idea where you are. So feel free to explore if you want to. Now, shit, I pressed the wrong button there. So the way to get through the floor, the way to do the actual floor clip, hold left. And you have to press it in time. It's pretty quick. You have to press it in time to touch the wall on the left side. That way it'll clip you through the floor and go straight down to here. Okay. Now, forward is technically this way. However, there's a problem. You reach right here. You reach right here, and there's no platform waiting for you. You have no choice but to die. So that's not an option. You have to make that platform spawn somehow. And the way to do that... oops. Well, I didn't want that to be state 1. Let's, hang on. Make that state 2. And for state 1, let's go back. Oh, dang it. Really? Oh. Oh well, we're here. I think I explained everything anyway. Oh, I forgot to explain the backup. What's this? Nope. Nope, we're screwed. Can't show the backup. But the backup is going the other direction. Come to think of it, I could show that. The only way to do it would be to game over and get back to this spot. I did want to show that though. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. It's gonna take about a minute or two. We're gonna game over. So I have my state 2. I'm gonna make this state 1. I'm gonna go back here because I forgot. I just forgot. Don't worry. You're gonna see You're gonna see me go through on a keyboard with input lag. at 75% speed with what we've gone over so far in this stage, because it's a lot. Did the back up there because I didn't want to crash into that snowball. Oof. That the second dash jump there was too early, believe it or not. So if I hadn't made it, I would have gotten knocked down. Nice. Nice. That was a beautiful stage. Hey, and I punched him on the wrong part of the slope, so I had to do that. Didn't get the fast punch, that's okay. Okay, now we're here. So there's that, and there's that. Okay, so this is... See, that didn't take long. This is the other way. If you don't want to do the floor clip, although I recommend you definitely do it. It saves a lot of seconds. But if you don't want to do it, there's this whole section right here. And you can proceed as normal. Okay, that's that section. Now I'll show you. I won't just leave it to that. I'll show you exactly what I did. This, you're just waiting. Grab this one up if you want. That'll give you actually some security too. If you feel like you have a chance of gaming over, of getting a game over in the middle of your run, and you want some more lives as a safety net to finish a run without having to worry about it being deathless, feel free to go this way and get this extra life, because that's a big thing. Dash jump here. Jump over that porcupine from there, and jump over those porcupines. I dash jumped, by the way. Those are two dash jumps over that porcupine. If you miss the dash jump, that's okay. It's just a jump and then another jump over the pole. Let's do that again. Let's assume I missed all the dash jumps. I'll show you the backups. Okay, I'm missing the dash jumps. Oh, I missed another one. Just like that. Now from here, just run. Just run to the left. You're perfectly safe. It doesn't look like you're safe, but you're... Damn it. Fuck you, microphone. It doesn't look like you're safe, but you're safe. Now let's get back there again. Okay, there's our save. We're there. And just run. Run. You will always stop the ice block just like that. It is very fast. And very convenient. Pick it up. Throw it here. Just like that. Fuck. I said it was always safe, but I went a little too fast that time. You're not usually clearing that so tightly. Anyways. When I say you will always be safe, I mean you will always be safe. If you're too fast, though, it is possible to get there too early. But you have to be damn near frame perfect to do it. And that's the odds of that happening are very low. Plus, normally you'd be doing this at fast speed anyway. So it's not like you'd be doing things too fast normally. By you, I mean I'm doing this at slow speed, and that's the only reason I'm sometimes getting there too fast. I don't mean like, oh, I'm better than you, that's why I'm fast. No, that's not what I mean. Now, there's a thing that can happen. I do recommend throwing this ice block while you're on this upslope. Get out of here. Not when you're on this flat part. I recommend not grab the ice block and going up to this flat part, because there's a good chance you'll get a slow bounce there. You see how long it took for that ice block to rev up? Now I'll show you what happens when you're... Damn it. When you're on this. you get that every now and then. There are some ricochet pixels, and it's rare to hit them. There's ricochet pixels though on this slope. But if you don't get those ricochet pixels, those unlucky ricochet pixels, then you will always get the fast bounce. And that's why I always recommend doing it, because it's actually pretty rare to hit those ricochet pixels. Okay, and it's about, you can count to 16 and then go immediately as it's making its 16th hit. Let's see if I can go immediately. Make it look good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About like that. And doing that at 100% speed is a little harder. So I think we're done with yeah, I'm done with the slow way. Now this is the clip. I have just done the clip. We're here. Okay. Dash jump there. Always dash jump over this pole. You will not do a ledge cancel because you're on the left side of this pole. For some reason, you can't ledge cancel from the left side of poles. But you'll always ledge cancel from the right side of poles. Don't know why. It's Battletoads. So anyways, I think a dash jump is always worthwhile here. If you don't get it, if you don't get the dash jump, whatever, it's just a jump. Who cares? And from here, there's a barrier here. Yeah, there's a barrier right here. I'm holding right, but I can't get through here. It's invisible. The way to get through it is to press down. For some reason, if you're pressing down, no matter what you're doing, like you could headbutt. You can't headbutt through it, but you could headbutt through it if you're pressing down. For some reason, I don't know. It has something to do with the checkpoints being hit in the wrong order. And that's why you're backtracking, is so that you can make everything spawn correctly. So to get through this wall, I'm doing this dash jump here, dash over here, hold down through there. Since hitting down cancels out any dash status that you have, it's going to have to be a regular jump. A dash jump's not going to cut it. Okay? When you make it through this wall, okay, land on this pole. Try to land on this pole and do a double tap immediately. And a headbutt over the next. Like that. Now most people, they'll just go over the pole. They'll just go straight over the pole, not worry about landing on it, and just do the headbutt anyway. That's fine too. You can do that. But I like to have the little bit of extra dashiness from here all the way to here. Which is like less than 0.1, but I'm fucking JC, so I'm crazy like that. I want to save the frames, man, so that's what I do. It's actually harder than it looks to land on this thing. It looks like a big window, but it's awkward, actually. It's like you can land right here, and it just won't go over. Sometimes it does, but whatever. If it's proving too hard for you, feel free to just go right over it with a full jump. Full jump over it is fine. And then do the headbutt. That's fine too. Come from the stalactites above. See, that's the theory. That's the theory, that the invisible walls are just stalactites. And it's tempting to think that. We don't know that for sure, but it's tempting to think that because they have the same practical effect. If you press down through the stalactites, then you go right through them. So practically, they are the same thing. But I can't know for sure that they are the same thing, necessarily. I can't know for sure if the game just thinks that this little barrier here is a stalactite or not. But that's the current theory. Anyways, so now we're here. I'm gonna go, let's see. Yeah, let's go past that pole. Aha, it happened. I tried to jump on it, and I didn't jump on it. So that just means I have to do an extra jump. That's why that is risky. Okay. So So, God, so much to explain here. Once you reach this part right here, there's another barrier. There's another barrier. So, when I'm doing this headbutt over here, from here, I just hold down and right. See, even the diagonals count too, because you're technically hitting down there. And as you can see, there's a wall here now. And the reason that happened is because I finally spawned the checkpoint in order. I reached the spawn point, and the exact spot where it spawns the spawn, right there. You just scroll the camera all the way to there. And now there's no more barriers. There's no invisible barriers anymore. Not even the one over to the left there. That's gone too. I'll bet this game is looking crazier than you even thought it was. And I tried to tell you guys. This is like the most technical game on the NES to speedrun. I tried to tell you guys. But no, all you see is like what it looks like. It's all visually stunning and I'm just going fast. There's a fuckload of shit every square inch of this game. And it's bullshit. But it's fun too. It's like really, really fun bullshit. Anyways, so the next challenge here. We made our headbutt here. We're holding down right here. We're dashing. Once we get past that barrier, barrier is right here. So once we get past that barrier, down and right. And as soon as we get past the barrier, dash over to this spot here. That is the spawn point for the checkpoint. Down right, dash. Turn left. Once you reach this, oopsie, once you reach that flat part, that is the point where you turn around. And even then, that's assuming you've scrolled the camera properly. If you fuck up scrolling the camera, it might be a little different. Because, you know, the camera is like trying to center on you. And if the camera is already centered on you by this point, then that means the trigger point will be a little closer. It won't be as far. It won't be on the flat part anymore. It'll be somewhere close to the top of the upslope. So keep in mind, if you have imperfect movement in any way, that's going to change everything. And there is a strat you can do where that doesn't matter. Just stay right here. As soon as the ice block touches you, and you're on that upslope, as long as you're not touching the flat part, if you're on that upslope, you can make this ice block stop. And you want to be close to the bottom of the upslope. Right there. Oh, I fucked it up. I was actually too far up. Let's try it again. This is the easy part. This is the easiest strat I know of to stop the ice block quickly. There's also staying at the flat part. Oh yeah, you gotta make it spawn and then punch. But that's a little harder to do than you think because you're going at optimal speed here, and that means you have to get down here really quick. And so that's you're going that speed faster, and it's awkward to get to the right spot right here. So that's why I recommend instead the easiest possible way to do this is to stay right here on the bottom of the upslope, and then just throw it like normal, like you saw in the backup strat for if you missed the floor clip. Aha, that was too fast. I turned around too fast. Now, the more advanced strat, you run all the way up here, and you deal with this ice block up here. That headbutt you saw, that's not optimal to do that headbutt that stopped it, but it's still faster than the slow way I showed you by stopping the ice block at the bottom. Oh, I went too early. So now I gotta do that. Do that. That was pretty slow. Let's try it again. That was good. Okay. So I got a frame perfect hit there, which resulted in a instant boot. It could be 1 frame or 2 frame window, depending on a bunch of shit. Like subpixel shit, basically. And you could get a good subpixel that is so fast. I think it's a 2 frame window, personally. It's gotta be a 2 frame. I tested it once, and it was 1 frame with the seed I got, but... Yo, Cool Hands, what's up, man? I tested it that way, but it was 1 frame then, and I think that's rare. I think most of the time you have a 2-frame window here. And otherwise, ooh, you see that? I got a fast bounce that time. You may not have seen that. I don't know. But if you get that fast bounce, that's sub-pixel. That's sub-pixel stuff right there, and that's good. You want that. That's good shit. Okay. Eating poutine watching me? Oh, poutine. I haven't had poutine in forever. You know, I don't know. It's like, I'd rather just have chili on the side. Ooh, a couple beers in. Ooh, you're tempting me, man. You're tempting me. Oh. By the way, I've got this. It's not beer. Monster Energy. It's the Rehab Lemon brand. So it's not even carbonated, which means it's slightly less energy, and that's fine because it's freaking 10 p.m. here. Why am I drinking Monster at 10 p.m.? Don't ask. My work schedule. That's the short answer. The idea is to stay up all night so that I make it to work. It's one of those jobs. Anyways. So, let's see. I've been here a while. I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to spend too long on one spot. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. Next section. We're here. Okay, this is the fastest way. 2 dash jumps there. There's a dash jump there and a headbutt here. Get on the pole and double tap and headbutt. That's TMR's way. That's pretty fast too. What is there's T-Onyx way. Headbutt, straight jump, and then headbutt off of the pole. I fucked it up. Like that. That's pretty good too. I'd recommend that for most people starting out, actually. Because it's pretty safe, and there's no dash jumps involved. You can't even do dash jumps, because if you try, well, you get that. And that, if you're too late. Thank you for the raid, Super Retro Bros. Thank you so much for the raid, man. How's your stream, and what did you play? I'm doing a tutorial right now. Okay, so in order to do this 2 dash jumps method, if you're crazy enough to try it, it's a little bit faster. For most people, ooh, I forgot to say, this first dash jump is actually pretty important too, because if you do that dash jump from the wrong spot, first of all, there's that. You could bash yourself on the overhang. But you can also jump from the wrong spot and have it result in that. I did it again. See, there's a certain spot where that won't happen. You'll dash off this pole. I'll show you with the cursor. You dash off this pole, you go this way, you wind up roughly over here, and you want to dash jump from slightly after the overhang. You remember that porcupine dash jump from way back? It's about the same as that. About the same as that. The overhang is just about the same distance away, it looks about the same, and you want about the exact same distance away to the left of the middle of it before you do your dash jump here. Through time, you can get the timing for that really well. And if you're too far to the left, you're gonna regret it. Now, the other thing that's really crazy about it, makes this double dash jump really crazy, is you can't let go of left too early. You gotta be holding left all the way to the ground, or if not, you're gonna crash into him. Hold left all the way to the ground, and then do your dash jump really fast from there. It's gonna have to be a really fast double tap and an A at the exact same time. like that. Usually when I get there, watch me during attempts, because usually when I get there, as soon as I make this dash jump right here, you'll see me shake. You'll see me like shake, because I'm doing those inputs so fast. I'm just like I'm doing like ba-boom, the double dash, or the first dash jump, and then it's so fast that I'm like jolting my body into it because it's so fast, and that's what makes it crazy. Because you can't just wind up for it. You have to be holding left all the way through this, and then start your double dash jump again the instant you touch the ground. So that's what makes it crazy. And if you're too late, you ledge cancel onto that pole. I don't want that. Fucked it up. If you're too late making that dash jump, you ledge cancel onto that pole and you crash into the spike. You just dash downward. And that'll kill you too. You have to make sure you dash jump over the pole as well in order to make it over these spikes. Crazy stuff. Whatever you're willing to do. If not, then I recommend one of these other ways. Just like that, or just like that. That's a little slower, but it's a great way for casuals to get through the spot consistently. Now, you know, there's other ways. You know, if you're not feeling confident in yourself, just do it nice and casually. You don't even have to make that a headbutt. That's dangerous too. Just jump over. Whatever. If you're feeling like that's good enough, that's okay, because this shit will kill you if you're not good at it. And there's also the question of, what if you miss the dash jump? Just do another jump, and there's your backup over there. If you miss this dash jump, go over the pole, jump over the porcupine regular, do the dash jump from there. That's a good backup. And even if you don't make the dash jump, that's okay. Just do another jump. Or, if you're really good, miss that dash jump. Oops, fucked it up. Oop, I missed the dash jump. Just, missed the backup dash jump. You can do a quick double tap and a B if you're not stupid and lick the flies like I just did. Okay. You know what, fuck it. Don't do that. It's hard. But it's an option if you get good at it. There. That's a backup. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. I've showed everything I can. Okay, this is that whole section right there. I'm gonna show it all at once. Oh, wow, look what I did. I jumped at the wrong spot. Crashed into him. Okay. Now there's a headbutt here. This headbutt has a chance of locking. It has a chance of locking just like before. So if you want... God damn it. This headbutt has a chance of locking, so if you want, make it a jump. Just a tiny jump is fine. Just get all the way to the bottom. Try to avoid that overhang and jump. That's an option too. That's fine. You can do that. But headbutting is a bit faster. So if you're willing to do that lock risk, just to save a quarter second potentially, do that headbutt. If not, go for the jump. Now, once you get to the other side, after that headbutt slash jump, whatever you choose, once you get to the platform with the snowman on it, I'm doing a quadruple tap. And that is to set up my dash jump buffer. Oops. Here's the other thing about this dash jump right down here. Get out of the way. This dash jump right down here is, well, you go quite a ways over it, so I don't make it a full jump. I make this first one a full jump for sure, because I want to bonk. But this one, you know, if you want to make it a little faster, let go early on. You'll graze around these spikes. Whereas a full jump has you going way up there. Takes a little longer to fall. Yo, squirrel. Yes, of course we're doing this. And we're still on this stage because this stage takes forever to explain. Try learning this stage and you'll see what I mean. I'm explaining everything as exhaustively as I can. Simple Dude! Simple Dude auto host for 8 viewers. Yeah, he usually has more viewers than that, so that's definitely an auto host. And thank you. Thank you for having me on your auto host. Okay, so we're done with that. All done with this. I think I've explained everything. I want to put the save right here now. Okay. We're here now. If you get a lock, just do a jump. That's fine. Otherwise, let go and do a jump. Let go of D-pad because if you don't let go of D-pad, once again, sometimes it'll eat your jump because every other frame, the game thinks you're in midair when you're dashing on a downslope. That's the bullshit of Battletoads. So, if you want, do a headbutt. That's fine too. The worst that can happen is you get a lock. Come on, lock. That. And you can do a, just hold right, do a jump. That's fine. I don't want to pause and explain. I want to do it as many times as possible so that people can see it. Right. So this, oh boy. So the normal way to do this, you're jumping over, you jump over again, you dodge that, you land on this thing, you let it carry you to the left, and you let it carry you to the right. Much like the double dash jump, you can make it all the way to the right without waiting for that platform to carry you. And you don't even need a dash jump to do it. Alright? As you can see, I almost made it there. I'm gonna actually go for it this time. If you let yourself slide on that platform for long enough, you can make it to the right. Pretty consistently, actually. You have a pretty good window to do this. So it's not that hard. Don't worry, we're almost done with the stage. And believe it or not, I'm actually feeling good too. I can keep going after this. Okay. Well, some criteria here. First of all, I'm doing this headbutt, which, believe it or not, is tempting to want to jump. But that's actually harder. That makes this stalactite skip harder. You want to do the headbutt because you want the camera to not scroll so much. And the reason you don't want the camera to scroll so much is because you want this platform to be as much to the right as possible. This thing is spawning based on where the camera is. So, if you do just jumps, you'll have less room to make this jump. That platform was slightly more to the left, so I wasn't able to slide as long, which means I'm less likely to make it over here. So, go after the snowman and do a headbutt. Right there. It's a pretty big window to do that, so it's not too hard. And even if you fuck up and you do it too early and hit that snowman, just do another headbutt. That's fine. You'll make it. It's still easier than jumping. Now, to get to this platform, when you're jumping onto this platform, graze your head along the ceiling. Do not bonk. You want a medium size, maybe medium high jump, just enough to graze your head along the ceiling. Slide a little bit. And make it over that way. Okay, you still have a pretty good window to do it. Just as long as you don't bonk your head, like I just did there, there's no chance. Where's the button? Okay, let me try it again at a regular speed here. Bonk your head, you do a full jump there, you'll land, but your chances of making it are very, very slim. It's much harder this way. That's why I suggest letting go right before you hit the ceiling. You have much better chances. See that? Now, crazy strats. Again, these are world record strats that I'm doing here. you get through here, and it's actually really hard to do a dash jump out of this much time here. You have very, very little space once you come out of your headbutt animation. There. You have that much space to make your dash jump. So that's not enough. That's honestly not enough time to do a double tap and an A. So I want to buffer. I have that much time. That's it. So I want to buffer a dash jump there. And the way to do that, right before I do that headbutt on the backside of the snowman, I do another double tap. So I'm basically quadruple tapping on this on this platform, and that's helping me buffer a dash jump that can be done with just a single tap. Otherwise, it's just going to be that, a regular jump. So, oops, I fucked up. There. That's a dash jump. So, the reason this is so crazy and dangerous is because the optimal way to do it, the way to do this as fast as possible, I'll look at that link later. The reason it's so crazy and dangerous is because I'm doing a small jump there. Because that's the fastest way to do it. And therefore, since I'm making such a small jump, if I miss this dash jump, I don't go far enough. Well, I got it there. I'm trying to not get it. I'm trying to fuck up the dash jump deliberately. No, stop getting the dash jump. I'm trying to not get the dash jump, you stupid. There we go. That's the size of the jump I'm doing, therefore that's as far as I go if I miss. And it happens. Happens all the time. That's why it's crazy. And I don't recommend anybody do it. But if you're crazy like me, do it. You can even do another dash jump coming out of it if you'd like. It saves a little time, but on a NES D-pad, it is damn hard to do. It is probably, it's so hard to do that I took it out of the route. I took it out of the route. I stopped doing it. I can do it on an SD pad, barely, but I have my bad days. It's much easier on a keyboard, believe it or not. I'm actually having a really easy time doing that dash jump on a keyboard, but on an SD pad, coming out of a downright hold to immediately do a left A while simultaneously pressing A on the same frame, or right, not left. It's just asking too goddamn much. And it only saves maybe 10 frames to do it that way over just jumping. So I choose not to. I've taken it out. I may put it back in one day if I practice the dick out of it and I finally get good at it. Another option. Tionic toyed with this a little bit. That was a punch. Come on. I'm trying to do a headbutt. Why? I'm doing a double tap and a B. Why isn't it working? There. That is about as fast as jumping. At least by Tionic's estimates. That's what he told me. He said he frame counted it. It was about the same as just a regular jump. So I just recommend a jump. It's so much easier. You're just holding down a right and you just do a jump while holding down a right. That's fine. You can do that. You make it over here. Okay, now we're just waiting. If you're crazy enough. Nobody has this good at mashing, but oh really? It's not even working. Yeah, I can't even do it in frame advance, so fuck it. You're not doing it in real time. And that is mashing through the barriers. It'll save a bit of time if you could do it, so you don't have to wait for all these snowballs. But otherwise you're waiting 10 snowballs. So 9, 10 go immediately. That's what the last part looks like. And now you're in the warp, and now we're finally done with stage 4. But I have to show that last part a few more times. 1, 2, go. It's tempting to just jump. That was our old strat. If you could do it in if you could do it in 4 jumps, you knew you were doing it right. It should only take 1. Look at that. I jumped too early, so the warp didn't spawn. You have to go further than that. 1, 2, 3. Get on here. If you ledge cancel onto there and jump to the warp there, it's faster than just staying on the platform, the moving platform. Oops, too early again. There we go. Now, that's the slow way to do it. Fast way is punch. You see how much faster that is? You save yourself a jump. Basically, you replace a jump with a punch. And punches are faster than jumps. So it's much better. And, oh, jeez. My YouTube thing is in the way. Okay. The right place to punch. Basically, I go for punching this little needle right here. That's what I do. I should just play this on MU? Yeah, go for it. You got all the resources you need now. So anyways, I like to try and punch this tiny needle right here. If you punch kind of in this space, that's fine too. Ultimately, what you want to do is get to the warp in 3 jumps. That's all you want to do. That's the most optimal way to do it. Otherwise, you're going to fumble and flibble and flobble and flumble your way to the warp. Sometimes this happens in runs. I'll punch too early. That wasn't too early. I'll punch too early and jump, and I'll realize, oh shit, I don't have the warp anymore. I gotta go back down, god damn it. And I've just lost like a 1.5 seconds at least. So that can happen too. Also, if your jump is eaten, it's usually because you're trying to jump in the middle of your punch. So don't do that. Ah, look what happened. I punched too early. So that means I have to go back down. Okay. So one more time, the optimal way. 1, 2, 3. And they don't all have to be full jumps either. Full jumps means it takes longer. Make this. Pretty fast too. If you want, you can even make this first jump right after the punch a small jump. Small jump. You'll be able to make it barely onto the ledge. And if you get good at that, you can save a lot of time doing this. Because that time waiting for your damn toad to go up and back down so you can jump again is considerable. It's considerable enough to make it a worry if you're ever going for world record. Okay, I think I've explained everything here. Okay, we're out of stage 4. That took a long time, but believe me, that took a lot. That was a lot faster than last time. I tried to explain this shit last time, and oh boy, I think I spent like 2 straight hours in one stage. Yeah, this time it was much shorter. It was not 2 hours, which is great. Okay, now we're in an auto scroller here, or you can call it an auto scroll. It's not really auto scroll. It's more just, it's just waiting. It's doing the level normally. There's no fast way to zip yourself up to that out hole to get yourself in a room 2. The only thing considerable here is dash jumping. This last part right here. That is the fastest way to get to the hole. But if you're too fucking early like me, like right there, you just lost 45 seconds, and that's a rip for world record attempts. Nope, I missed the dash jump that time, so now I have to do another jump. That's fine too. And if you don't want to go for the dash jump at all, just wait for the snake and jump normally. That's fine too. Me, personally, I'm going for that dash jump every time. Gotta save those frames, brah. Okay. Okay, special strat here. The normal way to do snake number 2. or the snake in room number 2, get to the top, and dash down. And you get to the warp. However, this is a speed run, not a casual run. So we're doing this the speed way. Dash jump here. That we can just hold right. You still have dash status. You still have dash status on the snake even when you're riding it. So, as you can see, I did not have to wait for the snake to get to the top. So I got here much faster. It's also a much a faster fall too. But if you're too early, that'll happen. So don't go too early. My visual personally is I like to wait for about 4 segments. Well, let's see. I don't consider this part a segment. Starting from the first red, because that's the most notable color to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I see that 4th segment, I start my dash jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even that was really late. I could probably wait 3 because I'm getting a lot of input lag here. Yeah, lots of input lag. So on an emulator, I can just go as soon as I see the red. The red of... As soon as I see this red. Author Blues, thank you for the auto host with the raid-ish thingy for 9 viewers. Thank you for putting me on your auto host. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I guess with the input lag, this is fine. This is a good visual. Depending on your input lag, you might use something else. On console, I use this yellow line right here. This yellow part of the snake as the visual for when to start my dash jump. And it gets me there at the fastest time. Okay. And I believe that's it. There's just that and the slow way. Oh, yeah. I go to the wall, too. I go all the way to the left wall before I do the dash jump. That way I can tell the most possible in advance whether I've made or missed the dash jump. If I miss the dash jump, I have to revert back to old strats. I have to do that. Because if I try to jump, if I try to go all the way, it's not going to work. It's good. Well, it worked that time, but sometimes I crash into the spike. Anyways. So I can sort of see based on this distance from my toad all the way to the snake, I have from here to here to see whether I've made the dash jump or not. You can tell by the speed at which I'm going horizontal whether I made it or not. Right? I'll show you. I didn't make it because I'm going slow. Okay? I didn't make it because that's slow. So go to the top and dash. Now, I did make it because that was fast. So keep going. That's how you know. That's how you do it. Now, stage 8. Shall I keep going? I think I've got plenty of energy. I've got voice a little bit. So I think I'm going to keep going. If I make it all the way to stage 9, I can consider this, well, yeah, I can make this whole, make this whole tutorial a 2-parter. Okay. Whew. Intruder Excluder. Welcome to Intruder Excluder. Take off shirt, keep going. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't even look good anymore. I haven't worked out like seriously in forever. I gotta. Well, I don't have a big belly, but I'm not like 6-pack anymore. It's like a flat little amoeba thing. It looks good in the dark though. Looks nice and manly. Okay, anyways, you start this. Made JC's shirt read. Did it? Oh my god, it did. It did. It's actually, well, it's from, this shirt is from, I don't know if you recognize that animation. Get out of the way, microphone. I don't know if you recognize this animation, but it's by Oni Cartoons, and it was a parody of the Wingardium Leviosa scene from Harry Potter, where she's like correcting their pronunciation. It's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa or something like that. And it's really goddamn funny. Go watch that goddamn cartoon. And I'm gonna keep explaining this tutorial because I'm wasting time. Okay, welcome to level 8, Intruder Excluder of Battletoads. That's true, everything looks good in the dark. Come on, it's an amazing cartoon, Oxalicious. Okay, welcome to stage 8. You start this stage with a dash to the right. Now the challenge here is making it up onto this platform here before that laser hits you. That's going to save you a significant amount of time. You're going to have to... Ledge cancels are very important in this stage, by the way. If you were paying attention in stage 4, I showed you what a ledge cancel is, as opposed to a normal jump onto a ledge. Okay? There's that. You see, I had to go down a little bit before I could start doing my dash again. Because you can't dash in midair. Whereas you can ledge cancel up onto these things. Right? You can just stop your jump. Stop your jump mid-jump to do whatever the hell you want immediately. You don't have to wait for your toad to go up and down and then dash. You can just clip yourself into a platform and go immediately. So that's what you got to do to get around that laser beam. And if you don't think you're going to make it, if you're not feeling confident, just do that. Okay? Now, this stage is pretty impressive looking, but really all it is just remembering where everything is and memorizing it. That's all there is. And the main thing to worry about when you're routing the stage is not memorizing the stage. It's these fucking things. These electric barriers are global timers. So you're going to base your entire route for this stage on those. And there's a lot of them throughout the stage. And they appear all the way up to the end of the stage as well. So you're going to have to worry about them throughout the whole stage. And you have to base your progress on what's the earliest cycle you can make it to. Right? So I'm just going normal right here. Like, I know it doesn't look normal, it looks like stupid fast, but it's really, there's really nothing to it. You just memorize the stage. You just memorize the stage and play it super fast, casual. And that will help you make the cycle that is the current world record. As long as you memorize where everything is, you can get there in the fastest possible time. And now don't worry, I'm not just going to leave it on that and make you play just based on that. I'm going to walk you through every little aspect of this from the bottom. And it will be up to you to memorize all this. So you're going to do pretty much all of this. Like, you're pretty much blind through most of this. You don't know what's above there until you memorize it. And the fact that you're going up makes it look 10 times faster. There's, oh man. I was expecting this stage to be a lot harder to explain, honestly. But all the things you see me doing, they don't require that much explanation. I'm just doing it. Ah, these fans, however. These fans are going to require some explanation. Okay, so the stage starts with a dash jump, or sorry, with a dash to the right. Try and get around this laser. Okay, it's going to be regular jumps here. Oh god, that's an awkward save state. So. Ooh, I just thought of something. I'm going to make this state 2. Because I'm going to want to show the God cycle. Now that is going to require square inch by square inch explanations of everything. because that is damn hard to do. I have only ever done it once in practice, but I think with time, enough optimizations and strats will be found to make it easier. And soon world record holders will be doing it. So it's worth doing. It's the reason I have it in the TAS to begin with, is because I think one day someone will make it consistent. Okay? So I just memorized where those gaps were, and I just go through them. It's all muscle memory to me. Just go here, jump, go here, jump. Nothing special about it. You don't even have to ledge cancel, because when you're trying to go through a gap like this, it's going the direction that you're going. It's impossible to ledge cancel it. If it's going the opposite direction, you can. Like here, I'm going the opposite direction of it. From this platform up to here. You can ledge cancel that. That's easy. And then you're right about here with it going this way. You do a dash. Now, I'm only showing you right now how to make one cycle before the God cycle. I'm not showing you the God cycle yet. I'm just showing you what to go for when you're doing this the normal way. Okay. Right. Once more from back here. Jump, jump, dash. Jump, dash, jump, jump. Spring, jump, go up. Now, when you're going through here, you're hearing pulses. You're hearing electric pulses based on what's up, Zenkaroshi? Photoshop stamped onto your face. Well, here, I grabbed it. Let's just pretend that I made a Photoshop animation of my hand going around a cartoon thing, and it's all CGing all over the place based on where my hand is going. It does, doesn't it? It's like too shiny for my shitty trailer. It's amazing looking, though. I like it. I should have it down here. Whatever. I don't give a shit about how much of my face is showing. God, who gives a shit about that? What was I talking about? Oh, the pulses. This is my audio cue for how I know I'm going to make the right cycle. Because remember, there are dangerous parts of this cycle. While it's going, you can't go through them. So you have to time it properly. And I'll show you my audio cue for how I know where I'm going too fast or too slow. You hear that pulse? There was one pulse there. That's perfect. While I'm going up here, I want one pulse of that electric barrier. Too fast. Too fast now. Okay? Now, it's not so important here if you go too fast. All it means is that as you're going, just delay a little bit. I'm going to try and go too fast. Oops, I fell right through. I'm going to try and go too fast. I'm going to make it once again so that you hear no pulses. Fucking, I didn't want to do that. That's better. Okay, going too fast. Just jump over that. That's good enough delay. Okay. Now that electric barrier that you just saw there, that second one, the next one after the one pulse one, I want to hear two pulses as I'm going up. Now, the reason I am counting pulses... Okay, there was only one there, I think. I barely have the audio up for myself, so I can barely hear it. But if I go too fast here... If I go too fast here with the current strats, I will bash my head on that electricity. Now, ideally, you want to be going through this thing just as the electricity goes away. Ideally. It is possible to handle the fastest. Well, it is possible to get the optimal cycle, even if you don't. But it sure helps. Oh, look what I did. It's actually a pretty tough window. Well, no, it's not a tough window to do the one jump through that yellow ball. But actually, there is a way I make that consistent, and I'll show you that. Oh, man. It's awkward with input lag and slowdown. And I'm not speeding it up either, because sped up with input lag is no better. Okay. Okay. So, deliberately, right here, I deliberately do not do... nose itching again. I deliberately do not do a ledge cancel up to this platform here. I want to arc this way. That way I have just the right amount of delay to just dash with this ball. I just want to dash with this ball. Because if I go too fast, if I'm ahead of the ball going through it, I'm always going to get hit every time. You want that ball to be right about somewhat to the left of you. Just a little to the left of you as you're following it. And you're the same speed as it when you're dashing. So you can pretty much use that entire stretch as a good visual for making this jump. You want that ball to be slightly to the left of you. And if you ledge cancel and start dashing immediately, you're gonna have a rough time there. So I recommend not ledge canceling it. That will give you the perfect... Yeah, I ledge canceled, so I got hit. If you don't ledge cancel, you will have the perfect distance and the perfect trajectory to jump right through this ball. Remember, you want the ball the left side of you as you're going along this platform. If you put it up your butt, it'll be less shiny. Nah, you don't know my butt like I do. I am like, my butt is so clean, it's like Freudian. Okay, so ball to the left of you. That's how you make that easy to make that jump. Not that that jump is hard to make anyway. There's a big fat window for it. You'll get the timing for it with a little practice. And everything I'm doing in this stage is not that hard. It's just mediocre difficulty. Whole lot of mediocre difficulty all over the place. And I'm just remembering where all the platforms are. That's all I'm doing. Let's see if I can... I'm going to try something here. I'm going to show you what happens if you go too fast. Obviously, you know what happens. I just told you. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. Okay, this should be too fast. Bam. Oh, I actually got there. I got there just as it was finishing its last pulse, and I jumped through. Probably, if I had jumped through like a frame earlier, I would have crashed into it. Either you'll forever hear about my butt, or if I keep drinking this shit, you'll forever hear my butt. Okay, anyways, so we're here, and we want to have the proper cycle. Again, I'm going with the one pulse here and the two pulses here, just because that's my favorite audio. Your speed might not be the same as mine, so it might be different for you, and that's fine too. Just do whatever you can to get that fastest possible cycle. Aha, fucked up. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find a good spot to put a save. Let's see. That's a bad spot. Oop, going too fast. Okay. Let's put it here. And as you can see, I'm doing no dash jumps. I'm doing no dash jumps. This is you can get this this pretty good cycle here with no dash jumps. That's the wonderful thing about this whole stage. You can get the world record cycle, if not the God cycle. You can get the world record cycle at least with no dash jumps. Again, I don't really know how to. I don't really know how to get more specific than just do what I'm doing. All I'm doing is memorizing where all the gaps are. You can do that too. You don't need me to explain exactly where the gaps are. You play this game casually. The rest is just memorizing. Okay, so there is something about these fans that I will explain in a little more detail when I get there. Okay, save right here. So right here, it's kind of two right jumps. Two right jumps and then a left right to get through that third one. Two right jumps and a left right to get through that third one. It may not even have to be another right. Yeah, you can just jump through. You'll ledge cancel either way. I like to go right because I don't like the way these gaps, when you land on them, you have a couple of awkward frames. Yeah, you have a couple of awkward frames while you're landing on this gap where you can't jump. And so if you're far into the gap and not so much exactly on the edge, you won't have those problems. So that's why it's one of my little optimizations. I like to find the sweet spot where it won't result in eating my jump, because that can happen with these gaps. So I like to jump from the best spots to make sure that doesn't happen. And right here, I like to run a little bit because, you know, the speed that these gaps are going is about the same as your walking speed. It's about the same as your walking speed. Like if I were to jump here, yeah, it's going about the same speed as my walking speed. So I can let this thing, this third platform here, ride me a little bit until it gets to the left. That'll help me get the fastest possible speed to that platform. Oops. Now, what I do is I jump here and I land on this platform with the robot before he shoots his laser, and I duck his first laser. Another option, you can do this, is to jump over his laser. That'll get you there pretty fast. I think what I do only saves about 0.2 seconds. Another nice thing about this is if you were to remember what I said before about waiting for it to move you to the left. What shampoo do I use? It's called Nioxin. Okay, so remember what I said before about waiting for the third platform to move you to the left before jumping? Well, if you decide to jump over the bolt, it's actually better to jump immediately. That way you can jump immediately again. You'll have the perfect waiting time for that bolt. This robot's bolt will go under you every time if you just go immediately, if you do that. But for me, I like to wait, do that, and go under. I think it's a little faster. But again, this is an option too. Okay. Oops. Well, I got that frame. Yeah, I got that frame where sometimes you're holding left against this as you jump up to here. You get a couple frames there where it won't let you jump. So I'm letting it carry me to the... Well, I'm letting myself slide to the right as it carries me to the left. So on the way to the fans, I'll explain. Let's see, I think I'm done with this area here. Just gonna. These two jumps here are pretty tough. You're just gonna have to practice exactly what I'm doing. The timing for the left, right as you're jumping. Haha, look what I did. I fell off. I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough. I lose runs here sometimes on these 3 girders right here. Did I save? I did. Good. I saved in a great spot. Okay, so you don't have to, as you can see, you don't have to land here. You can just go straight here. You can even, if you want, you can duck here if you don't trust yourself to be able to jump immediately. Like that. If you don't trust that, whatever. Just duck here, wait for this bolt, and go. But if you want to make the fastest possible cycle, I would recommend doing that. It's pretty easy. You can do it. But, aha, I fucked it up. Again, ledge cancel is key. And sometimes you don't even get that chance. But with enough practice, you can do it. And me, I'm stupid, so I do a dash jump right here. It's a little faster to do the dash jump to that spring. Okay, that's another global timer. You're gonna have to worry about, that's the next electric gap that you have to worry about after the one from before. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm going to stop this tutorial after this stage because yeah, I'm gonna do part 2 probably in a couple days, maybe a few days after this stage is done, because I'm starting to get sleepy and I'm starting to like slur my words and I can't explain things as well as I used to a couple hours ago. All right, so just jump. I already explained you can also do that, but it's a little slower, so it'll make it harder to reach the God cycle. Not the God cycle, the world record cycle. And exactly what you saw there. You can make it up here and duck this bolt, but TMR had no problem making the fast cycle just by waiting for this bolt and going under like that. And in a way, you do have a bit of an advantage there. You're less likely to crash into the bolt. It is a tiny bit slower, but not much. You have you're less likely to crash into the bolt doing that, and you get to stop on the second bolt a little closer, because you already have momentum going to the right by sliding. Okay, that's my way. Yo, Tokyo Scarab, what's up, man? You take off shirt, it might clear your head a bit. No, it won't clear my head a bit. It'll make me screw up because it's cold. It's cold in here. Alright, so I'm going to try that. Just run through. Now we're here, and there's our global timer. Now we're at the fans. There are two... Well, there's only 2 things you have to worry about. Whether the fans are going, and whether the fans are not going. Now... let's see. I'm trying to find a good place to save here. Okay, right here is fine. Think that's good? Yeah. Okay, so you'll want to bounce off the spring before that gas gets you. And to do that, you pretty much have to scroll the camera exactly like I did but before down there. Yeah, this is the JC5A3. And guess what? 12 days left. 12 days left until I can change out of this retard strength name that I got going for myself when I was drunk one day and regretting life. as a result. I mean, I still think it's a clever pun. I do, don't get me wrong. But the joke is old. So I've learned not to make my name a joke because jokes get old. Okay, so anyways. I have a save state where I get up here as the fans are going. That is optimal. That is completely optimal. If I can get up here and the fans stop, that is the most optimal cycle. That's about what it is in the world record, I think. If it's not, then that's at least what I'm going for. Okay? And that's ultimately what I'm going for there. I want to get in to 2 of these electric barriers here, which is another global cycle to have to worry about. Now, when the when the fans are going, yo, Fruit Chop, what's up, man? When the fans are going, you're going to need to find the exact, god damn it, monster, quit making me burp. You need to find the exact spot to land on this part here when the fans are going. And you'll know the fans are going because, oh, I forgot to mention, the fans are on the same global timer as the electric barriers. So just listen to the electric barriers as you're going up, and you'll know exactly what the fans are going to do. Also, those gases. Do the gases? No, they don't. I'm sorry. What is it? The fans. I'm sorry, not the gases. The fans. Below also have the same global timer as these ones up here. So you'll know whether they're going or not going when you get up here based on whatever the hell happened below. Okay? And if they're going, land in a certain spot here and let go of the D-pad. These fans are sucking you in, so they're actually sucking you in the perfect trajectory up to the top. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to let go of the D-pad right here. I fucked up. Letting go of the D-pad. Boom, boom. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, I landed too far to the left. So I wound up bashing my head on the left part there. The left overhang. But if you find the right sweet spot here, then that won't happen. It even does a perfect ledge cancel for me as I'm doing that. And since it seems to be stopping, since it seems to be stopping right around here, it's not putting me all the way up. Sometimes it does. But even if it does or doesn't matter. Once I get above the second fan, I press left regardless. You know, just in case it stops me short. Just in case it stops me short. Stop fucking up. Just in case it stops me short and I don't ledge cancel up, I just press left to ensure that I make it onto that platform and can do another jump immediately. So, let's go. Now, when the fans are not going, I think that is the perfect timing for it. So there's a spot you can land where you can actually control yourself better. Let's see, I'm waiting for this. And it's actually easier. It's actually easier to control yourself when the fans are not going than when the fans are going. Right? No, I'm not going to take off my shirt, god damn it. I'm tempted to make myself coffee too, but no, I've already got my caffeine in front of me. This microphone is wobbling all over. I'm not taking off my shirt in the middle of the tutorial. I'm not doing it. Especially not as out of shape as I am. I'm self-conscious, okay? Okay, so one more thing. Let's see, nothing to do with the fans. I think I've explained the fans nice and thoroughly. That's good. Just do that. Now, why the hell, JC, Are you jumping onto the top platform? To get on that spring instead of just going from here? You can do that. Why don't you just do that? Obviously, it's slower to get on the top platform and then jump on the spring again, right? Well, it's because you are waiting for this gap here. And this gap is not on a global timer. That is proximity based. And so you spawn that gap faster by going up here and jumping. You see how it's spawned? And I can just jump immediately through it as soon as I get there. Whereas the other way, jump on the spring and go. Look how long I'm waiting. That's why. It's much slower. So go up here, jump on the spring, and jump. It's way faster. Okay, so I've explained that. Right, so, oh boy, this part here. There's going to be a lot of explaining here. Okay, so now we're here. I'm going to put the save there. Jump, 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 jump. Okay, those 5 jumps are very fast, and they look impossible. They look like freaking TAS speed, but I swear they're easy. I swear this is easy to do. So many speedrunners, they get lost in a trap. They want to go slow here. They just want to wait for this, and wait for this, and take their time right here. Don't. Everything's lined up perfectly for you. So the first 2 jumps are just holding right? First 2 jumps are just holding right. Third jump is left right. I fucked up. Third jump is left right. Okay. Okay. So right, right, left, right. And then the 4th jump is straight up. So right, right, left, right, straight up, straight up. Right, right, left, right, right, up, straight up. Okay. And if you press left while you're doing that straight up from the spring, you'll ledge cancel. And a ledge cancel is good because that means you can jump immediately onto this platform. That's jump number 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dash jump here. I do a dash jump there. TMR does not. He's able to do this section so goddamn fast that he does not even need to dash jump here. So yeah, he's really fast. And take a page from his playbook because he does it without even doing dash jumps, which I think is amazing. So here's a backup. Or actually, should I show the normal way first? Yeah, I probably should. Okay, so the assumption is you got up here while the fans were not going. That means your global timer is going to have the electric barrier going right now. And you will not be able to make it through this first one here, since you got through the fans so slowly. In that case, I recommend going this way, waiting here. And, well, actually, if you wait right there, well, shoot. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm trying to find an equivalent to the fans. What about down here? Ooh, good. I can use this. Okay. Yeah, I can use this just fine. So this is if the fans were not going. This gap will be off by the time you get to it, as long as you go to the right first. Whereas, uh-oh, I didn't want to go all the way there. That's okay. Whereas doing the fast cycle here, where you're going through the fans as they go, will result in you being, will enable the ability to piss. This part's hard, by the way. This part will kill a lot of runs. It kills a lot of my runs for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And believe it or not, 9 is available too if you go fast enough. Let's see if I can do that. I'm gonna try and do this the fastest way possible. Ah, I fucked up. Missed that trampoline. Believe it or not, I actually didn't get up here with the optimal time, so I'm really stretching it to try and show off this fastest possible cycle. Nice. Ooh, almost made it. But yeah, that is absolutely possible if you got up there with a decent amount of time left. So what was I showing before? What's this? Okay. Oh good, we're here. Ah, we're here with the unoptimal amount of time where the fans were not going the entire distance. So it's this, 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 and that. I wonder if I could show off a backup here. No, that's not fast enough. But there is something I could show off here. And it is a backup in case I'm somewhere in between. Just jump 3 times here, that spawns that, and you can do, fucked it up, but there's 3 quick jumps through there. That's a backup I learned recently. And if you watch my 1246, I perform it in that run. Whew. Oh man. Oh man, I was so full of fire and vigor when I started this, but man, talking for a long time is impossible. How do professors and teachers do that shit? It's hard. My jaw hurts, my gullet hurts, my palate hurts, my teeth hurt. Everything hurts. It just hurts to talk. So I guess I need to wrap this up. I need to finish up this stage, and I'll get to stages 9 through 12 next time. I think I've explained everything here. Oh, that's right. I have a thing I can do to make this faster. I have a thing I can do to show off dash jump there. Aha. Split the tutorial up as segments like I do. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stage 9. Ah, there we go. I just made all 9 jumps there. And if you do that, yes, this is perfect. If you do that, the best way is to keep fucking getting hit there, but headbutt. Boom. Dude, will you stop getting hit? It's not hard. Oh, come on. 3, 4, 5. It's also hard to play at this point. There. That is the fastest. Well, the fastest optimal cycle. And by optimal, I don't mean God. For God cycles, it's something different. Let's see. So it looks like, oh, to show a God cycle, I'm going to have to die and go to the bottom. And don't worry, I'll get to Robo Menace after this. I'm going to show the God cycle first. Okay, start the stage, dashing. I may have to do this whole thing in frame advance. Believe it or not, I have only ever done this once in practice. And by practice, I don't mean this speed, I mean full speed. I did it at full speed with a save state at the bottom of the stage. And finished the stage out with optimal time. So it was definitely a world record to the stage. So, oh boy, all the things I'm doing. Starts with dash. Okay, dash, ledge cancel, dash, jump, jump. That was kind of slow. Dash, jump there. That way I'm not running against the grain. Right? Now, if you get up to that first barrier while it's still pulsing, optimally, you can get up there while it's pulsing twice. I'm gonna slow this down even more. There we go. Oh man, it's even weirder. But I think I can do this better with it slowed down this much. Good. Okay. Good. So if you're going through this barrier just as the pulse stops, just as the electricity stops, then you know you're doing it right. That's a dash jump there. Remember, this is the God cycle, so odds are you're not doing this. So I'm just doing this as fast as I can. That is a dash jump there. That should be a dash jump there. Boy, so many dash jumps. See, ledge cancel there and do a dash jump there. Fuck. Ah. Dash jump there. Duck that. That's a dash jump. That's a dash jump. Dash jump here a certain height so you can make it there and ledge cancel again. Nice. Okay. So, ooh, right there. Did you see what I did there? Let's see. I was down here. This is something I probably should have shown you as I was going through the stage normally. What I did was a jump here and another jump up here. Whereas you might think it's easier to just go here and then go here and you're waiting the same amount of time. You're not. Because, like I said before, these gaps up here, they spawn based on proximity. The brown ones, the brown ones and the yellow spawn on proximity. It's the electric pulsing that is a global timer. However, this one in particular, you'll get it to spawn faster if you do 2 quick jumps right here. By 2, I mean this one and this one over this robot's bullet. Okay, so you get up here, you wait less long as a result. Okay, I'm not doing that. That's actually not a thing I would normally do to get this God cycle. There we go. Ah, right there. This is kind of an awkward save state I put here. What I want is a ledge cancel here. And I swear to God, it's crazy. Oh no, I just screwed up the dashing there. And so I'm not going to make this. The difficult global timer. Ooh, that jump is rare, by the way. Okay. Now I don't have to worry so much. From here, it's about normal. It's just making it to that last electric barrier that was right underneath the fans. From there on, it's pretty much the same. Okay. Oh, God. Well, duh, maybe that's it, Dranko. Well, when I try to explain shit, I love to talk. But when I try to explain shit, I try to explain shit in as few words as possible. But in this case, I kind of have to draw it out because I have to show it a million times. So you get the idea. Anyways, let's bring it back up to 75% speed. So everything is back to normal speed running wise. Here's, oh, I get to show off this backup the fast way. That winds up being only 0.3 seconds slower than the optimal way. Just 3 jumps here. You can do 3 jumps fast right here. And you get straight to Robo Manus. Okay, I got to show off the backup. Right, so Robo Manus. Frickin' the first hit. Well, there's multiple ways to do this. A lot of people just start the fight with a dash jump from the right side, or a headbutt from the right side of him. And the reason they do this is so they can get 2 fast hits at the start. However, it is no faster than this, I don't think. I can test it out. Oh, I have to put up the frame counter. I don't want to, but they're about the same. I remember frame counting it before. And that's one option. If you want, you can do that, but that's what I do because there's a chance I'll get. Come on. No. There's a chance I'll get. It's a 1 in 4 chance, and yet it's been like 6 times, and I haven't gotten it once. 7, 8. Come on. That one. That punch right there. It makes him travel just as far as the headbutt. And it's possible to not lose any frames or even lag frames when you get that punch. So that's why I go for that. Just in case I get that punch, it's a little faster than the 2 headbutt method. However, there's also a chance of that happening. Now, here's a funny thing about bosses. Whenever your first hit, that's called a ground pound, by the way. See if I can get it again. That's called a ground pound. And it keeps the boss in place, which means you can go for immediately another hit. But for some reason, on bosses, when your first hit is a ground pound, it does no damage. Every other hit it does damage, just not that one. Welcome to Battletoads! Anyways. So, God, it would be great if we could do this fight in a way that you can go for ground pounds all the time and we can manipulate it to be nothing but ground pounds. That would be fantastic. Because that would be super fast, because these ground pounds are freaking fast. Unfortunately, we have no way to do that. So the fastest way we know of, even with the world record strats, because it's otherwise way too dangerous to even go for, is to just do all headbutts. Thanks, Goo Tiger, and welcome. Now, boy, you'll develop the backup strats as you go for sure. Look at that. You see that? I got 2 ground pounds in a row. It resulted in dying. Now, normally I get to this boss with 0 lives, so that would be a game over and a rip if that happens in a run. And to get 2 ground pounds in a row, that's a 1 in 8 chance, so I take those odds. But sometimes I get them. There goes my run. As far as I know, it's completely random what type of punch you get. There we go. I got that kind of punch, and as you can see, I got to hit Robo Manus before he touched the ground, so I didn't lose any lag frames. Remember, check it. Do you see my lag frame counter there? Every time he hits the floor, lag frames. So you're trying to avoid that. You want to hit or you want to kill him before he touches the ground. Only if it's the wrong kind of pounding action. You ever try fucking a really skinny chick from behind? Like really skinny? That there's nothing but bones, like not even the tiniest little bit of padding. And there's no cushion there. It's like slamming your testicles against bone for an hour and a half. Now, if she's like small but healthy, and has a little bit of cushion there, that's great. That's great. You can slam your balls into that all day, and it won't hurt. Anyways, back to the tutorial. Let's see, how to get these headbutts. You'll find oftentimes that the sprinting rules will change on this fight. The rules for sprinting are weird. And the reason for that is you're not used to turning around while making a headbutt. And it feels weird. Normally you can just keep going again and again and again, just because you're normally going one direction. Well, in this case, you're turning around a lot. So that means you're not going to be able to begin your double tap until you are fully out of your headbutt. Okay? So if you want to stop and make a headbutt again, wait until you are out of your headbutt animation. Now, this hit right here is particularly tough. Right there. You wind up hitting this guy against the ground, and then you got a long way to go before you can hit him again. Right here. So it's basically every 6 hits with this pattern I'm going with. Now, you'll know when it's safe to double tap, because sometimes you'll try and double tap, you'll swear, you'll try and double tap all the time, and it'll just not result in a dash. It's not because the game's fucking up. Those are the actual mechanics. You're just dealing with the bullshit of those mechanics just now, because normally you're going one direction, and thereby buffering your dashes. In this one, you're not, because you're constantly going the other direction. Vicaros, what's up, man? That's too late to mention it, but that double droid bypass thing you tried during your theory task is possible. Double droid bypass. Oh yeah, I've done it in real time myself. But I've once. I've done it one time ever. And I'm certainly not, I'm not putting it in the route. As long as it's... I decided it was too hard to even do. It's like you're already that far into the stage. You've already like achieved the impossible by just getting that far. I can get the God Cycle without that, and I'm fine with that. But if I were to put that into the route, that would be easily the craziest thing in the stage to go for. There isn't an easier way to do it. Okay, I knew it. You could come up with those easier ways to do that. It has to be something to do with the way the camera is scrolling. Anyways, tutorial. I gotta explain this shit. So, watch your Toad on those tough headbutts. At some point here, you're gonna get to the tough one right here. Now watch your Toad. Next one's coming up. Next tough one's coming up right here. As soon as your Toad turns around, right? As soon as your Toad turns around, like you're holding right through the headbutt beforehand. Let me get to that tough headbutt again. Here it comes, right here. So I'm holding right now. I'm holding right, just getting ready for that double tap. But I don't start my double tap until I see my Toad get the fuck up and turn around. See, I'm still in the headbutt animation, even though the ram horns are gone. Now, I can start my double tap. Okay. Otherwise, I would not be able to double tap. Oh, whoops. I even went too early there. So it's it's a few frames after your Toad can get up and go. Of course, I was a little bit too frame perfect with that frame advance. Here it comes. I'm gonna wait for my Toad to turn around and go. There we go. Now it's safe as soon as your Toad turns around, and that's how I know. Here it comes again. Wait for your Toad to turn around and go. All right, one more time. Oh, never mind, he's dead. That was interesting. 2, 3. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, sometimes the goddamn game hitboxes turn off on you like that. Okay, boom, and And a boom, and here we go. Hold right, then double tap as soon as your toad turns around. Okay, here it comes again. 1, 2, hold right. Double tap as soon as your toad turns around. Every 6 headbutts is the hard headbutt. And that's how you... Oops, didn't double tap properly that time, so it resulted in that. But it'll take a while to get this. So in the process of learning to do it well, if you don't make it in time, say, oh, I didn't double tap in time, just duck. And get some hits. I got ground pounds. That was pure randomness. Oh shit, I'm not making it in time. Just duck. Just duck. Wait for him to land and shoot his bullets, and then you can punch him again. You'll be surprised how close you can land to him. Ah, got unlucky there. Got a ground pound while he was jumping. That's pure random, and you pretty much can't avoid that ever. But go for it anyway, because it's only a 1 in 4 chance. And you fucked up anyway, so you may as well punish yourself with 1 in 4 odds of the run ending. Because that's your best bet anyway. Okay, I think I've explained everything on Robo. Just try your ass off to learn how to beat him with nothing but headbutts. And you'll do it eventually. And I'm very consistent at it myself. So, if I can do it, you can too. And thus ends part 1. My God. My God, this is exhausting. Oh my God, to talk for this long is so exhausting. How do teachers do it, man? Can you believe I wanted to be a teacher when I was a kid? God, I was a retard. I was a little retard. Okay. Here we go. So now we're on stage 9. And, well, okay, my save is still at Robomanis. So I'm just going to get there with a save. Show you this fight one more time. JC's getting dark. I'm not getting dark. It's my room that's getting dark. I'm a white ass. Look, I fucked up, so I had to duck. Hey, you got to see what happens when I fuck up. I had to duck. And I even have a different pattern now. I'm doing 2 headbutts at a time, going that direction. I never mentioned the reverse headbutt. Oh boy, that happens all the time in this game. That happens all the time in this game, and I never mentioned it once. Okay, let's see if I can make it happen. There it is. Had a reverse headbutt happen there. That's where you headbutt in place. And to make that happen, you have to be going a direction and trying to turn around and headbutt before your momentum in that direction goes away. So I still have, if I'm dashing to the right and I try to headbutt left while I still have rightward momentum, it's going to result in that. The headbutt not going left. I'm just going to be headbutting in place. And that'll happen a fuckload in this fight. Try to avoid that. The way to avoid that is to just be patient and let your momentum leave your body as best as possible. You'll have to practice the dick out of it. Just grind the dick out of it and get that timing down. And try your ass off not to... I do single wall. Yeah, but I think that everyone but you does a reverse headbutt for the opening. Why would they do a reverse headbutt there? That's a terrible place for a reverse headbutt. Reverse headbutt that? That's a terrible idea. Yeah, that makes you have to go so much further. I got a jab. Yeah, that makes you have to go so much further. Why not just yeah, like that. Let your momentum go away and headbutt twice to the left. Oh yeah, that's way slower. Yeah, you want your headbutts to go in the direction of him as best you can. Especially right there. I mean, he's on the ground, and you got two quick ones. Those two quick headbutts, they're even faster than that. The punch going upward. Okay. Anyways, in this fight, yeah, reverse headbutts are probably not going to be safe ever. There's an old strat. Well, it happens a lot here. If I try to do this strat, where I'm going 2 times in each direction against the wall. Oh boy. Oh god. It happens all the time if I try to do that. That's the danger in doing that strat. Even though it's much simpler to figure out. You get a lot more reverse headbutts as a result. Anyways. Where am I? I'm here. I'm gonna finish this fight. And thus will end part 1 of the tutorial. I think I'll be able to do all the rest of the stages. Whoa. Interesting. Ba-doo-doo. Alright, now we're on stage 9. I'm gonna put my save here. Here we are, Terratubes. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, would you believe? I'd say input-wise, like speedrun-wise, this is the halfway mark of the game. But time-wise, you are only about 4 minutes into the game if you're doing world record strats the whole way. Maybe a little over 4, like 4:15, 4:20. Whew. Okay, I'm just giving myself a minute to breathe here. That took a long time. That's part 1 of the tutorial. Holy mother of God. Okay. And in the next time, I will start on stage 9 and probably go all the way to the end. I hope I can do that, because stage 12 is damn long. But stage 11 almost has nothing to explain. So... Ooh. We're only at the 4-minute mark. Out of 13. Ugh. Okay. All right. I think I've gathered my thoughts, and oh, thank you all for watching, and thank you for considering speedrunning this game if you actually are. Otherwise, you might just be watching this tutorial just for fun, just for a little bit of entertainment to your day, in which case you're a fucking weirdo. Go watch TV, it's better. Oh, I can't get over how freaking hard it is to talk for that long and still keep your goddamn focus. So, we're done. We're done for the day. Thank you all for watching. Let's find a person to raid.